Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Dren
Welcome
can't keep
in.
getting away with it.
Let's just say hello. Welcome into Dragonlance episode 26. Woo! It's been 26 episodes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid, Rob. I know you're reading Choose Your Own Adventure, but what were you reading?
We were reading City of Thieves by Ian Livingston. I do not
City of
recommend it.
Thieves. Yes, that's the one where you show up in Port Blacksand, right?
How do you know that?
Because I've read him. I remember. I won't spoil it for you.
Impressive.
Wow.
Yes.
So suspicious.
I will spoil it for you.
People can
Don't
read
read it.
things.
It's not good.
I know, because there's a moment you get in front of a wall and you repeat that wall section like 8 times if you keep picking this. It's not very good, I know. And you're looking for a wizard under a bridge or something. Anyway, welcome in.
And if you turn left instead of right, you just lose the game. Apparently.
Yes, all of them are that way. There's always just like, to stop picking poorly. And yeah, welcome, chat. Welcome, everyone, to Dragonlance. We're going to go around the room and say hellos and our characters and stuff. But yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a week. We left it on a pretty hot and spicy, not that kind of spicy, pretty intense moment. So we'll see how it goes. But let's go around the room and say, why is Rob showing his Ollie? That's not right. That's the booze is completely messed up.
Oh, Dread's Junie?
Junie? No.
Oh, I'm Ollie.
I get to be Lyndon.
I want 1,000 wolves.
I'm sorry.
I'm blind. Oh no, I'm blind.
Nope.
As
No, I'm
Lyndon,
Junie.
I
I'm
think
Junie, yeah.
the best course of action is to be
There we go.
rude to someone who needs to help us and
Yeah.
do some math about it.
Yeah.
Excellent. So let's go.
This is really good.
Speaking of
Now,
math.
if
Too
we
real.
solve for why, you're a dickhead.
Why? Are you a dickhead?
Instantly.
Why are you a dickhead? Damn it, that's better.
Speaking
You're
of
better at
dickheads,
being Lyndon.
let's start with me. Welcome to the GM Workshop. Today's
Oh, yeah.
Dragonlance. Tomorrow's Baldur's Gate 3. I think I'm almost done. I won't spoil anything. I know, Rob, you're
No
waiting to play
spoilers.
the game. But I'm at the final act and the final section, and we'll see if we finish it tomorrow or Friday. It's been fun. In other news, I'm applying for partner today again for them to tell me to piss off.
Hey,
So
nice. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
that's okay. It'll be like
I'm
the 5th
too.
time to tell me to go away. Good times. Thanks, Twitch. In the meantime,
Because number 13 times. So
well,
keep at
I'm
it.
not looking to beat that record. Goose, tell us where you're from, who you are, and maybe what character you're playing. Midyon. I caught you Midyon. That was my plan. Go ahead.
Where I'm from a little very small town called Helensburgh. Lovely
Oh.
place, shit people, as seen by me. I am, you can find me at Zach Speaks Giant and all the things. That is on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch even. I couldn't pronounce that one differently. I realize it's just a single syllable.
Twitch?
Twish.
But yeah,
Twitch.
I'm gonna
On
play
Twish.
on Twitch. I'm gonna play. I think I'm gonna play Goose tonight.
All right, nice.
I was tossing
think?
it up, but I think yeah.
No
I think
brain.
I'm gonna go ahead
Nice.
with that.
Perfect.
Hmm.
Excellent. Second, so not a dickhead, but still lovely human being. Ellen, where can we find
I
you?
was going to say, it can't be me.
Can't be you. What's going on with Fringe? Where can we find you? All of those awesome things.
Yeah, so if you want to see me as a solo performer, well, actually, no, sorry, not a solo performer. My children's show will be making its way to the Awesome Arts Festival in Perth. So that is a delightful show about mental illness. It's called Claire Della and the Moon. It's a beautiful, whimsical story about a little girl on the moon who manages to meet with a space dog and find her way back to Earth. It's really cool. I love it a lot. So
Spoilers.
you can catch. And some
Sounds
other
delightful.
stuff happens. It's
Now,
a
now we know this
50
now we know this children's theater ends in a happy ending. Psh.
Well, it's kind of a
Boo.
bittersweet ending, actually. Anyway, won't go into it too much. You can DM me with cash in hand if you want the actual synopsis of the play. So catch me there at the end of September. Catch me at PAX with all of these wonderful people. I'm slowly getting together Junie cosplay stuff. And then after PAX, please stay around. God, please help, please. I need help. I need bums on seats. I need an audience for my solo Fringe show. Be a doll, won't you? I really, really can't stress enough. I need those audience members. It's my first time doing the Melbourne Fringe, so
You're gonna be awesome.
please help
You're
me
gonna be
out.
awesome.
Thank you, thank you. And then in usual news, please subscribe, listen to Rollcast. That's ROLE. If you like TTRPG stuff, and I think you do, give us a listen. We've got 9 seasons, 9 different games, so there's going to be something you like. And our latest season is GM'd by me. It's Die. It's really taken a turn for the dramatic. So get in while it's hot. And I had to think about it. But as the resident sad bitch, I will continue to play Juniper, the eldest.
Awesome.
Thought you were gonna mix it up, but no.
No.
Nah, I mean, every time I try, it's almost like I've got a chemical imbalance in my brain. It's stopping me.
All right.
Always tomorrow.
The alerts are a little loud. I know, Tyra, I'm trying to figure out how to turn them down, but I'm sucking at it. And I thought I had turned them off entirely. So every time Ellen is saying something, somebody's like donating a sub or a bit and goes, bling, blang, and it's like really loud. So I'll figure it out. Hopefully soon. But they all heard you, and you sound amazing, and we'll all be there. I'll fly from Canada just to see you.
Do it.
Or drive.
Or drive. Yeah, when the flight gets canceled, and then I'll just drive for eight weeks in the ocean. All right, next, AJ, what's going on with you and over at Winter's House?
Hi, I'm AJ Winters. I am a dungeon master and world builder, and I guess a player in other people's stuff because I've been doing that a lot more lately, including here. You can find me at Winter's Tales on all the things, and tonight I am playing Corey, one half of the twins of the Hartman family, wizard and cold, unfeeling woman that she is.
She's fine. She's great. Next, Robert Bobley something.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Robert Hartley, GM.
Close.
I'm a professional Dungeon Master TTRPG player, full-time nerd all over the internet at Robert Hartley GM, making content about world building or about how to play the game, tips and tricks, games where you are participating in the chat, in the characters' decisions and things. So you can find me doing a whole bunch of variety of things all over the internet, Robert Hartley GM. I'm most well known for being the Dungeon Master for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League. You can find that over on YouTube as well. Viva la Dirt League D&D.
Nice.
Tonight I was going to be playing Corey, but AJ snagged that for me, so I'm going to, I guess, play the other of the two twin wizards, Lyndon, who is cold and calculating as well, but feels a lot more than he lets on.
Nice, and we love him for that. Lyndon is the -1 twin. Perfect. And last but not least, certainly, Dreaded Jim, with whom I had the pleasure of playing over on Dice Legends with Waldo. Dread, tell us about all the things happening in Dread World and the character.
Dread World, what a... Yeah, I'd go to Dread World. Hi, I'm Dread GM. I'm on the internet. I just love being on the internet. So if you want to find me wherever I am, you can type in Dreaded GM in Google, and you'll find me doing something or crazy. Like recently, I just got into whittling for some reason, and that's what's been happening on the channel outside of the Thursday night Call of Cthulhu game that I run on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. AEST. Got some pretty cool stuff coming up on the, I believe it's the Friday night, which is the 26th, 12 a.m. AEST. Going to do 24-hour Baldur's Gate 3 run through for the Starlight Foundation. I think that I'm going to do an Ollie playthrough, which is going to be a lot of fun. So you can come see me play Ollie through Baldur's Gate 3, and we'll have a whole bunch of fun and see how far we can get in the game within 24 hours. Got some other like incentives and stuff like that. I want to get out there and get you that information if you are interested in a 24-hour Oleander Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, but you'll have to join the Discord or follow me on Threads or X to find out those details. Next Friday, after that, on the 8th, on the 1st, actually, I'm going to do the Beats by Dread stream happening finally, Beatbox stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. So next week after the Starlight Foundation stream, I'm going to start taking that out, seeing if there's a way I can get loops happening, or if I have got any of my musical friends that want to join in and come jam with me. I think it's going to be fun. a lot of fun. So come hang out. But apart from that, I'll be playing Oleander tonight. However, it's going to be Oleander with a Y, and it's going to be the negative version of Oleander. It's the winter Oleander. Everything that you think you know about Oleander, flip that upside down because this Oleander is totally different. Ollie with the Y.
Whoa!
I feel like I got my intro wrong. I feel like I needed to mislead people more.
It's perfect. All right,
I'll do it during the episode. No stress.
We're gonna jump into the trailer.
Just real quick question for Dread. What's going on with your face?
He shaved.
They shaved.
It just fell off.
Oh no!
It was a
Did you
witch's
use
curse.
Nair again?
It landed here. It landed here.
It took years to grow this. That's what happened. That's what happened. If we're gonna be doing a cosplay for PAX, it need to be clean shaven.
Yeah.
So I thought
It's in 43 days.
It's
It's
fine.
in
That's how
like
long. That's how bad Dread is at growing
It
facial
took
hair.
them so
I'm
long.
really bad. I don't know if you know this. I'm Chinese, half Chinese. So like, there's a reason why they only have the Fu Man shoes is because they can only grow it here. So
Ah.
it takes them a
Man.
very long time.
But you're on the
I'm
you're on the
Italian,
half Chinese, so you
I'm
got a big beard on this
constantly
side.
Chinese.
I got like Viking in me as well, and they're known for their beards, in my opinion. So like, I got the other side of the. We don't.
It
need to
looks
talk
good.
about
It looks good. You know, it looks good.
Enough.
All right, we're gonna jump into the trailer. We'll come back and do a recap, and then we'll get to the TPK BRB.
It has been 300 years since the gods punished the world of Kryn. They shifted continents, sundered nations, consumed empires. 300 years since the gods departed, ushering in the time of darkness. Yet nothing is eternal. The world begins to heal. Fragile nations rebuild, tentative alliances reforge, but in the shadows to the east, the drums of war sound. Will darkness consume the land, or will heroes stand in its way? Welcome to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen.
And then after,
All right,
people
last
laugh.
time we
Yeah.
played. Oh, and there's
Hello.
another perfect timing. We had seen the Hartman family set out of Kalaman, one of the largest cities in the region, following in the northern wastes behind the Draconian army. You had discovered that the Draconian army is looking for an ancient fallen city to do probably some cool stuff that's not very nice, who knows. And you decided to give chase. You decided to tag along or recruit your friend Jacoby. Friend, maybe a big word. An acquaintance, Jacoby. And things didn't really go very well while you traveled. Leaving the house behind, you set out to continue your journey on foot and stumbled upon an ancient, broken, unusable portal that you quickly figured out was actually just temporarily not working, and through clever use of your brains, activated and stepped through. It sent Lyndon along a little bit by himself, and after paying a hefty price to Juniper paying a hefty price, the rest of you found your way across an enshadowed portal to the Shadowfell. There, you're immediately beset by two creatures who had sensed your arrival and decided that you would make a delicious and delectable lunch/dinner/breakfast, just some kind of food. As you're being charged on either side, returning as if a pirate upon his pirate ship, atop an enormous beast, a dog-like creature made of flesh, bone, and with enormously exposed ribs, sinew, and looking kind of and accompanied by a forgetful Shadar Kai. We find the family now embroiled in combat, and I had asked you guys to roll your initiatives, which I totally didn't just forget to double check. And I have it here somewhere. There it is, initiative. And we had said it with Juniper at the top of the round, followed by Lyndon, Corey, and so on and so forth. I'll tell you as we go forth. Junie, as we switch the camera to our fighting, we're going to jump right into the fight today.
Okay.
and it's gonna get good. Oh, where's Tailspire?
Can't guarantee that.
There it is. That's gonna be fine. I need some killer music because we're gonna die. We're not gonna die because we're gonna get
Some
get it.
AC/DC.
Yeah. As
Hartman struck.
something like that. Juniper,
Hartman struck.
you are the first on the initiative, and where did I say next is Lyndon, which is right here. Then we have Corey, which is right there. Then we have Goose, which is Big Cake. Then we have 1, 2, and then Ollie, and then our buddy here. Cool. All right, top of the round, Juniper. As both creatures, so I'll describe them to you again.
Yes.
There are 2 of them. One enormous 2-headed creature. They're both large. Has these 2 heads, and it's dragging these elongated arms that end in sort of like fingers that like are webbed, like almost like a frog. And you had seen it take a swipe at the other beast or other sort of breaking up humanoid shape. They're both. The one with 2 heads is arguing and growling like some kind of possessed hyena or something, and it is rushing directly towards the bundle of you lot. And the other one has a long spear-like arm that is barely connected by like bits of flesh, is barely hanging on, and it is moaning like this low plaintive wail. What would you like to do?
You said frog legs? You said frog hands?
It's
There's
like
one
sort of
with,
webbed.
snake hands.
Yeah, like these webbed sort of hands that make it look kind of frog-like.
Okay, and they're advancing upon us.
Yeah, they're flanking you on
And-
either side. And in front of you,
and,
this
like-
large dog thing is coming with Lyndon standing on top of it.
Okay, well, Lyndon's probably fine for the moment. I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the scythe hands, the hook hands, the ones
Okay.
that are coming towards us.
Yeah, you got it. That one's on your right.
Yep.
Neat.
Excellent.
Go for
All
it.
right, and then I'm gonna try and take a shot.
Go for it.
That is a 13.
13 does not hit. As you shoot this creature,
No!
it snatches the arrow out of the air and just looks at you. And you hear it. You swear you hear it say.
Well, I don't know what that means, so I'm going to try and take another shot with my second action.
Sure.
That is 15.
Does not hit either.
Ah, no. I mean that's both of my attacks. I can't really do much else, and we're in kind of like a corridor, right?
You're in like these vast plains that just are swirling constantly with sand and wind. And in front of you is like this creature. No, there's like vast areas to run to. There's the portal maybe 30 feet behind you that you step through to arrive in this place.
I think I'd like to scooch back, still with my bow out, and just I'm making several quick steps backwards just to kind of like get close to the portal.
Okay, you got
Maybe
it.
potentially try and push it through. Not sure.
All right,
Anyway,
you
that's
take a
me.
few steps
I'm
back.
done.
You take your 2 shots. Lyndon, you're up. Corey, you're next.
I quickly shout, Guardian, best way to defeat these things, as I start to cast a spell.
He'll look. Well, they're angry now, so kill.
All right. I will. I'll say any particular type of damage, and I'll fire off a ray of frost at. Are either of them closer to my friends or moving faster? I'll go for either the closest or the fastest looking.
So the oops, I have the wrong one. The he'll tell you that light. They don't like light. But as you cast your spell, you can absolutely
Nothing does. I will hit one. I'll hit one of them with a 27 to hit.
27. All right, the two-headed one's the one that's closest. And as it's approaching, you shoot it. Go for it.
That is 6 points of cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10. As it starts
Nice. You watch as its legs kind of... And it looks to you. You're the last person that damaged it. Both heads now fixated on you. And just bellow... Just this huge shout that reverberates across the plains. And you watch the dog that you're on. Its head turns to look. And it sort of tilts its head like it didn't hear correctly.
Which throws me off because I was riding on it. It tilts its head. Ah! I just shout, "Radiant damage if you can do it!" But I tried casting light before and it didn't work, so it'll have to be powerful.
Anything else?
No, that's me. Stay
Corey,
riding
you're
this
up.
guy.
Okie dokie. I am going to turn to Ollie. Ollie, is Ollie in wolf form? Not yet.
Not yet, no.
Okay, then I will turn to Goose and I will cast Enlarge.
Nice.
On Goose.
Big Goose.
Big Goose.
Goose is
no.
loose.
Goose is loose.
With the caboose.
And then I'm going to continue to get towards Lyndon and sort of hide myself behind the bigger forms from the monsters.
Okay, you can get right beneath like the shadow of like that huge dog creature.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Perfect. Excellent. As you move up, you watch the swelling form of Goose. Goose, it is your turn. You're a big boy.
So big. What's that creature off near me, nearest to me?
So that's the one with like the spear-like hand.
Yeah.
So again, I'll show you.
he's only-
I'll-
He's in the
Before he
regular
rolls,
size.
by the way, we need that poll of who's going to roll the first 20,
It's already gone
just
out.
in case.
We already did it.
Alright,
It was at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna charge at that dude.
And yes, Goose is now
This-
taller than Junie. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, as he always was.
Only just.
Only just. Which,
So I sent you the picture in Discord of what that one looks like. And
yeah,
and
he
the
does
that's
look
the one
like
on the right, and the one on the left looks like this. And I'll show chat in a minute. But go ahead. Tell me what you want to do.
And there's a dude with like a cutlass. Is he on my side? Who's that guy?
That's Juniper down here.
That's Juniper?
Down
Oh
here.
yeah. That's a
It's
bow.
just the
that's a
angle.
bow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
recognize
All
your
right.
sister, dude.
I'm gonna go after the big guy because that's cool.
Sure.
Big guy
Okay.
versus big guy. As long as I can get there.
Yeah. The which one? The one on the left? The one with two heads, or the one with the spear hand?
The
You
one
can get
with
to
two-
either.
Yeah, the large creature.
You got it. As you walk
Big boy
around,
versus
the
big
sound
boy.
of your footfalls kind of kicks up all this dust and sand. Ooh, actually,
great
wait,
time.
before I need to add a... My bad. Rob, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I forgot, because you damaged the creature. You need to make a save.
But these things are, you want low numbers, yeah?
No.
Or you want high numbers?
A high
oh,
number.
okay. So like 10 is okay.
10 is good. 10 is
Yeah.
enough. Okay. Goose, so you're walking up to this creature. Go ahead.
You see, as he's running, like he's like dragging his hammer in the ground, and he like lifts it up, and as he does it, like sparks, and thunderous energy. He's gonna swing his big hammer.
You got it.
Ooh, a
Thunder.
25 to hit.
You feel the crack of bone and sinew and muscle. Roll damage.
That's what we like to hear. He's gonna fly 5 feet back, and I'm going to do. Oh, that's 12, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch!
And 4 points
Nice.
of 4
Very
points
nice.
of thunder.
Okay,
Two
Thunder.
sixes on the d6.
you push it back 5 feet, and you watch as one of the heads, in response, bites the other head in frustration. They just kind of bite each other. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
It's all right. I have a whole plus -1 to this.
Nice.
So a
Well,
1.
that's good. You went low, right?
You rolled a nat 1?
No, I rolled a 2 for a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Okay.
If you rolled a 1, you'd
Does
have
that change
0.
it?
Roll a d20 for me.
It's a 16.
Perfect. I'll send you a message in a second.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Go ahead. That's your first attack. What else are you doing?
That's my action and movement.
Okay. Next up is
Oh wait,
perfect.
I got another D4 because I'm a big boy.
Yes.
It's another 1 point of damage. Yeah.
All right. For its turn, the creature's going to walk up. First of all, let's see if it's still angry at each other.
Yes, we can.
Okay,
turn
it
on
is.
itself.
It is. You watch as it took the damage, and the two heads in some language that you do not understand are bickering. They'll take their first attack on each other.
Yeah.
Of course they hit, because this game is dumb. Oh, wow, that hurts.
D
All right,
is for dumb.
2d12 plus 3. That is 15 points of
You
damage.
didn't specify which.
And then it's going to walk up towards you after having... You watch as its sort of webbed hand, you watch as it melts, almost like a molten candle or wax, and turns into like this long, cruel hook that it just sort of disembowels itself with, and then using its own innards, it's going to approach you and try to strangle you.
If it steps towards me, it's going to take 12 points of
Thunder damage. Perfect.
What in the world?
And as it approaches
So
you,
don't get
full,
strangled by the
booming blade.
intestines. That's where poop comes from.
full with anger,
True.
it's going to attack you, and it has taken damage. Perfect. It has advantage on the strike.
What if I'm going to use my reaction to cancel its advantage.
Okay. What's your AC anyway?
Oh, right. I forgot you don't roll high. It's 18.
Does a 16 hit? Okay, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Just
Don't
all
worry about
right. As this cool creature that does a lot of cool stuff, doesn't
I'll
do
believe it when I
anything.
see it.
It goes to swing to disembowel you, or actually to choke you. It just completely misses. So, it's just friendly today. On the other side, that one is going to target Junie, who threw something at it. And you watch as it throws its harpoon arm at you to try to pierce you through the chest. That is a... Ooh, that's a nat 20. That's what that is.
That'll
Was it
hit.
the first?
I'm the first for rolling a 20, so let's go.
Well, surely no one predicted that. Surely.
If someone
So
did, make it like
That's
a bandit.
amazing.
you suffer, Juniper, this is gonna hurt, 36 points of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Are you
that
still
does hurt.
Are you still
I'm still
standing?
standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
As it pierces you through the gut, it goes through you and it pulls you back towards it. Its left arm, which also ends in like this long point, wraps around you with one of the spears through your chest, the other one around you, and you hear it say, "Friend," as it hugs
I
you in
don't
its
love that.
lonely, lonely arms. Ollie, you're up.
All right, so Ollie's going to look forward, and as he does, in Sylvan, he's going to say, "I call on the fury of the forest father." And as he does, he's going to stick his fingers in the ground and summon any sort of like roots or other vegetation underneath. Call on the nature magic to cast Conjure Beast. As he does, you're going to see the bramble come up and create a huge bramble beast. I'm going to summon a giant elk. And I'm going to point towards Goose if possible. And if you think it's cool enough, Rackham, maybe on the back of this creature as it
Hell yeah.
charges to make an attack against.
What's that? Is it large or
Goose's enemy.
huge?
Huge, massive.
Okay, yeah,
and it's just like all bramble. It's got green glowing motes of eyes for eyes as well. And I'm gonna send it over there and make a ram attack if possible.
Hell yeah. So as you summon this creature,
But it's an elk. No, ram. Okay.
Don't be a
another
pedant.
Hey.
I like that you said you summoned beats by.
Oh dear.
As the creature make an attack roll, 100%. Tell me, here in the Shadowfell, creatures don't look the way that you expect them to. So tell me, how does the corruption affect this creature? What does it look
My
like?
God, it looks like a witchwood tree, like barren.
Awesome.
It's got the grey, like barking gnarled wood. It's splintered, old and ancient, and like dead.
I love it. Make an attack roll.
That's going to be a 15.
Does not hit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so runs, and then I'm guessing it like is not fully formed as it's manifesting over that way. Holding onto its like wicked horns, I'm going to point down in the radius that captures most of my family, and I'm going to use my spirit token, summoning Ispin.
Okay, you got it.
So I'm going to have that green bear is going to come in and going to give everyone extra hit points.
Yeah. Let's do that. 30
everyone's
feet,
going to get.
right?
Yep.
So I think maybe here. All right, I'm going to try to find the spot for you that maximizes. Ooh, it's tricky. You can't get everyone. You can get you and all the. You can get you, Goose, Lyndon, and Corey, but you won't get Juniper.
That's fine. Let's
Don't
do
worry
that.
about me.
Yeah. Let's do
That's
that.
fine.
That's
Judy's
good.
like,
That's fine.
you were a little too
Judy's
quick
fine.
to say that.
Yeah.
You were-
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Junie would want that though. So I'm like, it's good, it's fine. And I think you get it when you come into there. as
So
well.
where do you want the enormous dog-like creature Anko will be looking left and right, and I guess it's gonna go after. I'm gonna roll a d8. It's not very smart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Flip it off.
It's going towards the one that has Junie grappled. With you on its back, Lyndon, you feel this thing move, and it picks up quite a bit of speed. It's surprisingly fast. 50 feet gets it right there. With you on his back, you're out of the range of the bear at that moment. Hang on, I lost Lyndon. All right.
You lost him.
He was swallowed by the beast. TPK. Okay. I'm going to ask you to make 2 attacks, please, Lyndon. Roll a 2d10, 2d20, sorry, and you have plus 10 to hit each time.
Lyndon rolling like Lyndon. That is a 13 and a 19.
The 13 misses, the 19 hits. As the creature swipes down, it does 2d10 plus 6 damage. Oh, that's pretty good. That's 20 points of damage. And as it does so, the thing that's got you caught, Juniper, is suddenly pulled away from you. The claws rip out. You take an additional 4 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
But you are no longer grappled by this lonely creature. And you watch as it's incredibly violent, Anko, as it comes down on it, rakes it with one claw, and then jabs it. You watch as its ribcage opens up, and it jams this creature inside of its body, where it begins to squeeze. That is roll another to hit attack, please.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yes, you are. Just rubbing his head. He's a good boy.
With another plus 10 to hit.
15.
15 misses. Okay. Cool. It puts it inside, but the creature within is able to avoid the attack, I guess. Juniper, you
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I don't write the
Dungeons and
mechanics.
Dragons. Makes sense.
The Shadarkai that's with it accompanies the creature while on the leash. It's going to look around. It sees that Juniper is the most hurt one. It's going to cast a spell on you. You could choose to make a saving throw or not, Juniper, but it is targeting you. You watch as it pulls motes of darkness, and as it targets you, you watch as it looks to you and lifts motes of darkness begin to float and flow towards your body. What will you do?
This is my Shadowkai friend, yeah.
Yes.
Well, friend.
Oh, the one that Lyndon is on.
No, like
The one that's
it's
controlling
accompanied.
the one,
Yeah, it's like the master of
Oh,
this
okay.
creature.
The one that we lied to about
Yes, about being an
Rob
ambassador.
Lyndon being an ambassador.
Could
He
you
still thinks
describe the
that's true
magic
as far as we
just
know.
again?
Yeah, you see these motes of dark pulling from the ground, almost like tendrils, almost like fingers that are just pulling from the floor beneath, and they're aiming towards you. You could try to make a dex save, or you could sit there, and it's up to you. But it's definitely targeting you.
Yeah. I guess I'm in fight or flight. I'd probably try and avoid it.
Make a dex saving throw.
Cool. That is a 14.
Good. You avoid the healing magic. As you do so, the tendrils that pull up to try to
I did wonder.
try to get in. It says, "Wait, sister of sadness, wait." And as you move back away, you avoid the heal they try to do on you. Excellent.
Sister of
I think I'm just
Sadness, what a
scooching
title.
back, and I didn't go through my abdomen, so I'm just like, literally just like crawling backwards, trying to staunch my own bleeding.
Well, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I'm trying to staunch my own bleeding.
Okay.
As
Thought I was clear.
discussed.
That is an action.
There's one in play, and one is now inside another thing.
Yeah, so there's one that's that your brother on the other side is fighting, the two-headed one. The one directly in front of you is now like encaged in the ribs of this enormous dog-like creature.
Because it's like encaged, does that make it an easier shot?
It sure does.
I think I might just like, while I'm on the floor, steady myself with like proper knee up, and I'm just gonna try and fire into that one. What?
Okay.
Sorry. Again, so many questions. The one in the chest.
Yep.
Is that the one?
That's the one that had
Is
skewered
that this
you.
guy?
It's the guy with the harpoon arms.
Okay, cool. All right, so he's not the one I have Hunter's Mark on. No worries. All right. Does that mean
You have
I'm
advantage
rolling
on
with
your shot.
advantage?
Yep, yes you do.
Yeah, cool. Is it worth using sharpshooter?
I can't answer that question for you.
Why not?
Yes,
15
use it. 100%.
15
use it.
misses. So, just FYI.
I would use
Hang
it. If
I was like, what new sound? And I realized you got new dice, and you posted about it on Twitter the other day. And I'm like, that new sound.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my
Very
god,
happy, by the
yeah,
way.
they're
Yeah.
very heavy. So these are the
Oh.
Dragonheart dice, which is pretty cool. And then that's minus that. That's minus 5. Oh, that's still quite good. That's a 21.
21. Yes, absolutely hits. And as it is entrapped and locked in here, it is automatically a crit.
Nice.
Double your dice.
So what? That's 18?
So
Oh,
the way
no, sorry.
so the way that it works is you do max damage and then you roll your dice again. So whatever
Amazing. Yeah, so I believe, let me just double check that. Oh no, sorry, it's 8 plus 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's given.
Yeah, plus 10 from sharpshooter.
Yep.
Ooh.
21.
And then you
And then
roll
what?
your dice again.
Ooh. That is 4.
Okay, so that is 25 points in damage. Excellent. You watch. That's
Happy
your
to be
first.
here, folks. Happy to
That's
be
your
here,
first
folks.
shot. You watch as the creature looks back to you, almost feeling betrayed by its new best friend. Make your second shot.
It's still up?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. That is... Sorry, everyone. I'm bad with math. I don't know. Blame my parents or
Aren't we
something.
all?
16?
No.
16 just barely hits.
Sorry, my bad.
Sorry. When you say that, do you mean you all blame my parents, or we're all bad at that? Choose carefully.
And again, this is because it's locked up in this cage at the moment. It is automatically a crit.
Oh. Well, why do I
So it's
do things then?
So roll the dice. So 11, 21 base, I think is what we said, and then
Yeah.
roll the dice and tell me how much more.
So that is. No, that's not. Sorry, I subtracted something. Talk amongst yourselves, guys.
Okay.
What are you guys up to? 18.
Oh wow! With that, as
Yeah.
these first two, the arrows plant themselves, they just go deep inside of the creature, and you watch as it is just literally starting to cry. You do not need to make a wisdom saving throw. Lyndon, or sorry, Juniper, are you doing anything else? Are you moving further away or in any direction?
Oh, sorry. There's nothing within 5 foot.
No, but there is the sphere of like the bear that Ollie cast.
Error sphere.
Yeah, I wonder, is there anywhere like that's kind of tucked away?
There are some
Not really.
outcroppings of
It's all
rock
like-
behind you. You could always try to get to.
Yeah, I might try and just like, I feel like Juniper is like almost scrambling,
Okay.
needing to like almost like, yeah, use a hand on the floor. So I think she's just gonna try and duck somewhere quiet where she might try and, you know, stay
Okay,
outside.
so
for a
you
bit.
run behind, you take cover, breathing deep and hurt. Lyndon, you're up, and Corey, you're next.
Wonderful. So I'm riding on top of the dog thing that has the other guy trapped inside of him. Yes.
That
So
is
if I
correct.
just reach down through one of the rib cage, the shoulder, the clavicle or something of this dog, can I make an attack at the thing inside of it? Or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. And if you, yes, absolutely.
Yep. I'm doing that. Then I'm gonna do Ray of Frost again on the thing that's trapped beneath me.
Okay, you got it. Make an attack roll.
It's not advantage, is it?
You're in melee, and it's canceled out. It's just a straight roll.
Cancel that. Cool. That'll miss then somehow. So 13.
Yeah, it just misses. It's got an AC of 16, so that way you guys just have the number.
Good job, Lyndon. That's all I can do.
Okay, Lyndon. Corey, you're up. Your brother just took off on the back of this dog-like thing, leaving you behind.
Yep. Who I am alone out in the wilderness with a bear totem,
Yes,
is what you're telling me.
correct.
How far away from me is my nearest sibling?
It would be Goose's caboose, and it's 30 feet away from you.
Okay, so it's
The
not too
caboose
far.
is
The
28
goose is
feet
40
away from
feet.
I will cast magic missile.
Nice.
At 3rd level.
At the caboose?
To the
me.
monster that the caboose is near.
You got it. Go for it. So that is.
Could you use the caboose to like?
You said at
Ricochet?
4th.
Ricochet?
At 3rd level, so that's 1, 2, 3,
What
4,
else?
5 darts. So it's 5d4
Yeah.
plus 5.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I will do it on D&D Beyond.
I like to roll to hit with magic missile just to see.
That was a 1. And it only did 1d4.
I know.
That's not correct.
That is not correct.
How many d4 was it?
5.
5.
5. Okay. Why do I only have... Okay, there we go.
You need some
Okay,
more dice.
6. Jesus. Okay. 11 points of damage.
Nice. And that's with the plus
Not
1
that
on each
much
one
at
of
all.
them?
Yes. Oh, no, then
16.
14.
Okay. Plus 5d5 plus 5d4 plus 5. Okay, so as each one of them, I need you to make 5 separate wisdom saving throws, please, Corey.
Jesus Christ.
Roll them all at once,
Jesus
please.
Christ.
If you have 5
Good.
d20s.
I have saving throw advantage, right?
No.
Then I...
It's not a charm effect.
No,
it's
From
not
dread?
on strength saves.
Oh, strength
Oh, just
saves. Yeah.
strength.
So sorry. Yeah, strength. Yeah.
Strength
Got
of the
it.
bear!
Okay.
You can bear it!
Yeah.
I got a 15.
Pass.
I got an 18.
Pass.
I got a 19.
Pass.
And I got a 21.
One more. You did 5 darts.
Oh my gosh!
And that is another 18.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well then.
Jesus Christ!
You are.
Yeah, I mean,
The lowest
everybody,
number was
everybody can
11.
roll well. Yeah, everybody can do.
Rackham.
It's nothing special.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
the iron
Rackham,
will.
You might, still,
Well,
you might still kill me.
Are you holding your ground or are you going anywhere else?
I am going to stay there.
Perfect. Goose.
Sorry. I can't do anything else because okay. Yep, I'm just gonna stay there.
Goose, you're up. The creature in front of you, its 2 heads now are fixated on you, and they're very not happy. They're very angry.
All right, pretty boy. I'm gonna blow him a little kiss, and then you see the clock on my hip start to click, 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 click as time slows down for me, and I use my chronolometer to gain an additional action and double my speed.
You
I'm
got
going
it.
to smack him very hard with a hammer in his face.
Okay.
If that's okay.
It is.
I'm
more
going to
than
move
okay.
so that I'm flanking. Is that
Yeah, absolutely.
Q? So is that with advantage?
Yes.
Sick. Love that. That was the sound that I made with my mouth. That is a 12 to hit, 13
Nope.
to hit.
That's with advantage?
Yeah.
Yikes,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
no.
That's a
Bad.
miss. That's a miss.
We had all the good luck
The
sucked out.
second additional action is going to be a 22 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
Yeah, there we go. So that's going to be and a D4. That is going to be 6, 12, 16 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of thunder damage.
As you smack into it in the echo, the thunderous echo, you watch as the creature grows larger as it gets angrier. You watch as it's gnashing its teeth hard enough that you hear the teeth break. It's biting into its own gums, and it is staring at you, just blood coursing out its face. Very, very upset with your face now.
Okay, well, I can be upset too. I yell in his face and I quicken another booming blade and hit him.
Go for it. Well, before that, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
16?
16, you're fine.
Sick one.
But you were
That
gonna
is.
say I can be upset about my own face too.
That is a 20 something to hit.
Yeah, that hits. 20 million, you're fine.
There's 8, 10, 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 2 points of thunder damage.
Excellent.
And on that hit, I'm gonna knock him 5 feet away.
You can, that's gonna push him into Ollie. You're flanking.
Can I hit him so that he's? Can I hit him in like a little angle, like a pool cue? Like, can I knock him into the corner pocket? Is that
Yeah. Okay. Make an athletics check. Let's see how.
like if I'm hitting him like this, I can just like knock him to.
So we're playing Blood
like,
Bowl.
so that
Okay,
he's
so we could do like a diagonal.
Playing
Sure, that's
angles.
fine. That's fine. Yeah. Do you want to knock him into the bear totem area or away?
away.
You nudge him back. Do you follow up at all, or do you just stand your ground?
I leave him.
Perfect. He drags himself backwards. Anything else you're doing?
Uh
And I need you to make another wisdom save on the second hit.
oh yeah. That's a 14.
That's a pass.
Ooh, good to know. I'm tempted to go over. How bad did you look, Juniper?
Oh, Juniper's
Thing, I have been impaled. I have
Okay.
been impaled. and
Did get impaled on that one, huh?
She is like, she's muffling it down, but like essentially her breathing now is coming quite ragged, and she's just put like her fist over her stomach, and you can just see that it is covered in blood. She's just desperately like holding herself together to staunch the bleeding so she doesn't bleed out. She's not good.
Okay, Goose is gonna move. He can move 60 feet because his movement is doubled, and he's gonna go by the rock that Juniper is at, but just in front of it on the monster side.
Okay,
of that
you
rock.
can't quite get there, but you can get here at 60 feet.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, the creature that you angered further is going to make a contested check with the elk. So athletics or acrobatics, it's your choice, Dread. Ollie, as it's going to pick
grapple
up.
it.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I have advantage because it just got hit too. Okay, 12.
we're gonna go with athletics.
Okay.
It doesn't have athletics. It just has strength. So
Okay, so 16 on my end.
17.
Okay, as it goes to grab your thing, it's going to follow up and do it again.
Have to grab your thing.
Oh, another roll.
Yeah,
The contestant. 12.
21. It literally
Not
picks up.
expecting that.
It picks up your elk, and it throws it at Goose. So, Goose,
Ooh.
behind you,
should
you hear
laugh.
this as this thing gets chucked through the air. That's what elves sound like, I guess. I need you, and I need Ollie to both make dexterity saving throws, please.
Yeah. Does the
Can I
elk need
try
to
and
do
catch
something?
it?
It's
'Cause
one size
I'm
big.
big?
You're large, right?
Yeah.
We'll call it.
Can I try and catch
The
it?
You know
with a
what?
Strength check.
By the way.
We'll call this DC. You can. It's not easy. Let's call it DC 18 athletics.
You ever
Athletics?
tried to catch
Yeah.
a elk before? I have.
Probably wondering how we got here.
So I'll tell you
Wow,
before you
little
roll.
bit.
Hang on, before you roll, if
Yeah.
you fail, you're not getting out of the way. You're trying to catch it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you-
yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Love it. Okay. I have advantage
Either
because I'm
way,
big.
this is
I'm a
gonna
big
be
boy.
great.
No, it's one size bigger than you. If you were in the bear totem area, yes. Otherwise, this is just a straight roll. Athletics.
But enlarge specifically gives you advantage on strength checks.
But this is athletics. All right. Oh my
Well,
God.
it-
Fine.
Well,
Fine.
strength checks is athletics.
I know. Fine. Even though it's one size bigger, we'll say okay.
Okay, well, the lower one was a 22 and the higher one was 25.
Hi, it was a roll under check. I'm just kidding. Okay. As the
Oh, Cthulhu now.
as the elk flies through the air, it lands in your chest. You muffle the arrival. So instead of taking, you'll take some damage, but it's lessened. You
Rackham,
take
can you
7
make the
points of
noise
bludgeoning
of an
damage. And you drop it to the
Rob-
ground. Ollie, you take
I
no
only take
damage.
3 points.
And you
I only
take 3 points of damage from catching a giant elk. Jesus, this game. The angry creature, frustrated and angry, it's in the name, is going to move, triggering your booming blade to go off.
Yep. Let me roll that. Sorry. Dice. That is... Ooh, that was a very good roll. That's 15 points of thunder damage.
Jesus. It's going to go after the smallest thing you can see, and that is Corey. It moves incredibly fast, and you watch as it does. It sort of like has this loping, leaping, almost look like a frog, as it's arguing and dragging its hands on the ground. It won't quite make it to Corey, but definitely gets halfway there. The other one, who is inside, you watch will try to burrow its way through the spine of the dog thing to make its way to Lyndon. It begins digging through in earnest. Let's see, make an attack roll. Ooh, 19, that's good. So when I attack other monsters, I roll well. When I attack you guys, except Junie, I
Plot
guess.
armor, GM, so.
That's it. 23 points of damage, Jesus. I'm gonna ask Rob to make a animal handling check on behalf of the Shadowfell.
Wait, why Rob?
Because he's the one
You want
who's
a bad roll?
he's the guy who's on the dog.
I will have you know that roll was better than most of my rolls today with a 7. So animal handling on top of that makes it an 8.
No, it's not your stat. It is the Shadowfell. And one more time, you have advantage because of the leash.
7 plus 11. 11 is better than 7. 11 plus whatever the Shadowkai is.
11 plus 5 is enough. 23 points of damage. The Shadowkai maintains control of Anko. And the creature will slip through the cracks. You watch as it almost turns into a shadow mist and steps through the darkness that's there and lands on the back of the dog beside you, but that's its action for the turn. Ollie, it is your turn.
Through Killer's eyes, I'm going to look at Junie and Corey, and which one of them looks the worst?
Junie by country mile.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to say to Killer, I'm going to say, to Junie, and send the hawk over. And how does it get there? Am I
What's
within range?
What's the range?
It can go as far as it needs, but I can see through its eyes for about 100. So I just want it to. Well, what's its movement? Yeah, give me a second. Yep, sorry, that's what you're asking.
Yeah. You just got tossed. You're not super far from her, so.
Yeah, so if it's within range, then that should be fine. But its movement is 60 feet
Oh yeah,
flying.
easily. You can fly over.
Cool.
You're right there.
Yeah, cool. As it gets to Junie, you're going to feel the presence of Ollie come through it. It's going to be illuminated with green light, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on you at 2nd level.
All right. It's 2d8, right?
Yeah, 2d8. You and
I gotta say as
you.
well that with all these massive things on the battlefield, I'm very confused with the sense of scale.
Yeah.
There's a giant goose, and there's a giant elk, and there's a giant 3-headed dog thingy thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
You think
how
Ollie has
far is
been
anything?
shrunk?
Yeah,
thinks
I'm
Ollie's
like,
been
where is
shrunk.
everything else?
It's so good.
He said he flew a hawk over, and then I was looking for it. I was like, "What? That tiny
where's
fly? Why is Rackham there?" Oh wait, no, that's a regular sized hawk.
Yeah. That's going to be 14 hit points.
Nice.
Oh, bless you. I think
Nice.
Juniper's just gonna like hand streaked with blood, like pat the. Is that hawk?
Yeah, hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna kind of like boop its head and like leave a streak of blood as the wound begins to knit a little bit.
That's so dope.
All
That's
of
so-
you,
not dumb, it's
all of
amazing,
you
is what I'm
here,
gonna say.
as soon
Dope
as you
is what I'm gonna
cast
say.
Divine Healing Magic, you see both shadow creatures, both Sorosworn here, immediately turn to face you, and it looks like breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served. With instantly, they both go quiet. The one who was moaning, as if Junie was its best friend, and the other one who was angry, just go eerily silent and stare at you. Their obvious desire for whatever divine flesh you happen to be, they're coming for you without a shadow of a doubt.
Junie
Is
feels
the
immediately
Shadowkai
rejected.
or the monster that Lyndon is riding react in any way?
They are too occupied at the moment to notice.
Okay.
The Shadowkai tried casting.
It's
healing
scary.
magic himself.
As my bonus action, I'd love to move the bear to encompass more of us if possible. It can move up to 60 feet, so if we could just move that to hopefully a Junie, because Junie hasn't gotten the temporary hit points.
Yeah, it
yet.
encompasses all of you except Corey now is without.
I am.
Oh my god!
Hells yeah. Rock and roll.
You still
Does
keep
that mean I
the
lose the
temp
10 hit
HP.
points? Okay.
I think you
No,
keep them
you
until
keep
you
it.
get.
You keep the temp. You just
Got
lose
it,
the
got it.
strength advantage. As the bear's
Which
coming
I
over, I'm
wouldn't
going to
have
yell out. I'm going to yell out to Corey. Don't forget you can use your magic to teleport. Step. And then I'm going to move the elk towards the one that threw me. To
Okay.
attack it. Is it 20 feet away? If not, I'll get it to
No.
move 20 feet before attacking.
It is 30 feet away.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So 30 feet, that should be enough to do the ram then. Sick. That's a 18?
That hits.
Hells yeah, let's go. Okay, that's going to be, bam, 11, 15. 15 bludgeoning on top of that for the ram. It's going to be another 9, so that's
Got it.
24.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it needs to give me a DC strength saving throw.
3 plus some
it gets
amount,
knocked
6.
prone.
Oh, perfect.
Hell
As
yeah.
it gets hit, it's going to use its reaction to target you, and it's going to try to hook you. As you're approaching, riding the elk, you're still on it, right?
Yeah, I'm still on it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you just brought what it wanted, and you made it not chase after you. Perfect.
Ollie's being a bit headstrong.
25 hits, I assume.
25 definitely hits, GM, yes.
Okay. Perfect. As it bites into you, it's going to unleash an enormous psychic wave at you. You take... So 2d12. Oh, my. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You suffer. It could be really bad. Ooh, 41 points of damage. Ollie. As you charge into it, it will unleash its rising anger psychic attack on you. So that's whatever, 41 points of psychic damage. Are you still standing?
It's still standing. 20 points. Yeah, temporary hit points for the win.
You feel this wave of just unfiltered, furious anger, and for a brief moment, you get like you get a sense of how do I describe this? You almost share minds with it and get a vision from its point of view what it's seeing. This thing wasn't always this. There's a sense of mournfulness, of loss. This has spent enough time here in the Shadowfell to become this thing, this embodiment of anger. And for a brief moment, you see, just like in the shortest heartbeat of a second, this thing used to be some kind of elf. It used to live. It used to be a guard, maybe. Something happened, and since then, it has just been wandering the Shadowfell, angry, filled with hate. And you, with your magic that you just did, reminded it of something of long ago that just bubbled this up to the surface. Okay, that was your turn, and the creature is prone. Nice.
Not to be that guy. Do you have to make a concentration check for your
I do.
elk?
Yeah, I do. And it's like ridiculous. How much was like 40, 42?
So it's a DC 20.
DC 20?
You can do it.
Okay,
It's half the
I can
damage.
Do it.
Easy.
You got this.
I got a 9.
Almost 20.
The elk
Almost 20.
disappears.
Close enough. Oh wait, I have inspiration.
Okay, do it again.
Yes. Yes, that is happening.
Make it happen.
No, I got one more. I got a 10.
Okay, as you land, just the elk disappearing beneath your feet. Yeah, that's a turn,
Yeah.
I guess.
Do I take full damage?
No. It sort of melts beneath you, and you fall like.
All right, and I just
yeah.
like grow back down. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
It is Anko's turn, and it can't attack the thing on its back. It can, however, go after the other guy who's on the floor. Can it reach? It can. 50 feet of movement for the win. Rob, make the attack rolls, please, with advantage, considering it is prone thanks to Ollie.
Oh, yeah, boy. First attack then with advantage. Hey, that was a 5. And then with the advantage, 18. Yeah, that was the fourth 5 I've rolled today, I think. And then that's another 9, another less than 10, but with advantage, nat 20. So
Wow!
So 28 and a 30 to hit.
Okay, Ankolox will
Nice.
do with a crit, so that's 20. Roll 2d10 for me, please.
2d10 coming right up. We got this. Where the fuck are all my d10s? There we go. There's one of them. There's another one. There's another one. All right, it's 2d10. That is a 5 and a 1.
6. All right, so 26, 32 points of damage. Ouch. And then I need you to make one more attack, and that's for its entrapping rend attack, where it just kind of sucks this creature in and begins to break it.
And it has room inside of it.
Yeah, the other one is gone, right? Because it made its way
The
out.
other one's gone.
God,
Yeah.
so messed up.
Hey, look. Another nat 20.
Are you serious?
Yep. 10 and a 20.
Oh, roll
Does I
5.
have advantage with
Nice.
it? Oh, no.
Yeah, you did. Roll 5d6 for me, please.
All
Oh,
right. Give that up.
you love to
Give
hear
that
it.
Hell yeah.
Love to hear it. All below average. Great. That is a 3, 6, 9, 13, 17.
All right, so 36 plus 17 points of damage. That's 46, 53 points of damage.
Yeah.
As the Anko grabs it and pulls it into its chest, you guys just hear a sickening and there is nothing left of the angry that got pulled into its chest and quite literally pulped into nothingness. Oh, that's disgusting. Well done.
I
No
was
more
at eye level with that.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. You see this thing just get pulled
Hope you're
in,
wearing glasses.
and like I don't know what these things are. The industrial things that like shred stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos. They're very soothing. It's kind of like sort of like the ribs act like teeth and sort of like are masticating this thing, and all that's left is just a puddle of blood and shadow on the ground.
I just look up from that at Lyndon, like.
I look at you like, cool, huh?
The Shadar Kai will look to you, Ollie, and you watch as again these same tendrils are pulling from the ground. Do you want to get out of the way?
Can I get out of the way?
You're on. Yeah, you could still see it. You could roll out of the way. You could still make a dex saving throw.
Yeah, definitely want to get out of the way.
Make a dex saving throw, please.
Sorry, can Ollie still see?
Yeah. He's not dead. He's not unconscious.
Yeah, so no, you're right.
Where's the bird?
But where's the
Killer,
hawk?
sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, it depends on what
right.
killer it
Killer's
is.
with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you can't see anything. Perfect. You receive.
You can see me.
You receive 7 points of healing, Ollie. Sadly, roll a d20 for me.
Oh boy. 6.
What a mystery rolls tonight.
I'm going to
A
jail.
lot of mystery.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
All right.
Banished from the dice tray.
You suffer a first level of Shadowfell effects.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you in Discord. Perfect.
Did you just say shadow sad?
Shadow sadness. Yes.
My band.
Nice.
Exactly. All right. Juniper, you're up. What would you like to do?
So forgive me, it's hard to see the.
Yeah, I know. There's only
map.
one creature left, and it's on the back of the Anko, riding beside Lyndon.
Does it look like feral? Does it look like it's trying to attack us?
Oh
Or
yeah.
is it just a messed up creature?
No, it's definitely
I
looking.
guess-
It's looking very. It's eyeing Ollie. That's like beside it on the ground.
Okay. Ollie's beside it, so I can't. Oh, sorry. Is this hook hands? Are we looking?
Yes,
at
this is
hands?
hook hands. Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, I'd like to try to shoot this fucker. Sorry, I cast Hunter's Mark on this guy, and then uncharacteristically of a hunter, lost sight of it for fucking ages while I was trying to kill the other one. Great, yeah, I'd like to try and shoot it.
Yeah,
Kind of, like,
absolutely.
get it back up on my feet. That is. Let me use the calculator. 15.
15 just misses.
Poobumwee.
Poobumwee.
Poobumwee, indeed. And a dirto 20. A
That
dirty
definitely
20
hits, yes.
For those who've just joined us. Great. There's nothing more, so I can't even bother with Horde Breaker. But hey.
Hey.
Oh, I finally get to use the extra D6 damage. Oh my god.
Let's go.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had Hunter's Mark, so it's very cool for me. Not much, just 9 damage.
Okay. So that was both your attacks. Are you moving, or are you still staying hiding behind the rock?
Like I know I have gained some like HP back, but I still feel like I'm pretty messed up.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try and like scoot around the rock, just so I have a better vantage point
You got
on
it.
the thing for later.
Perfect.
So I like stick close to it though.
Lyndon, you're up. This thing is riding the dog right beside you. You're muted, I think.
I misclicked, obviously, when I unmuted.
The Shadowfell
I don't like that
has
it's
strange
behind me.
magics.
Oh, and you hit it. I need you. Oh no, actually, you don't. Sorry, you don't. You're the only one who doesn't need to make wisdom saving throws. Go ahead, Lyndon. Sorry.
Me?
I'm gonna turn around, put my hand out as if to be like, "Whoa, I don't like this being here," and just instinctively the skin on the back of my hand goes a little bit scaly, and some of the venom from my poison side comes out, and I cast poison spray in his face. Constitution saving throw DC 16.
1.
Sweet. 1 is less than 16. I found. I've heard the maths.
Why do I
is
roll
on
it? I should just announce numbers at this point. Like just.
You know, Rackham's really nice. What he's done is he's written a script into Tailspire that
I
gives
have.
him really low rolls.
Yeah.
That's for us. That's for our benefit.
Listen, I got my nat 20. I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Rackham, if it helps, on 2d12, I rolled a 3 and a 4. So
Perfect.
7 points of poison damage.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We can all suffer together.
Amazing.
Do I
Are you
need
doing?
I damaged it. Do I need to wisdom save?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, that's great. That's a 9.
Uh,
Because that's another 5. on
that
the
is a
dice.
fail. Ooh.
Wow,
Roll a
who'd have
d20
thought?
for me,
This
please.
another five
This
on
is
the
the
dice.
first
Yeah, yeah.
fail, isn't it?
No,
no, I
Ollie has
failed.
failed
And
and,
a 1
and-
is
and
Oh,
Goose
okay.
has
a
failed.
1 is the lowest you can roll on a dice, right? So
It
that
is.
1 is not good for these things.
It's not that bad. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Is Rob gonna get a secret message too? Oh my god.
So hang on, let me just get
So many
Rob.
secrets.
Lyndon's gonna go crazy.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Are you moving at all? Or are you doing anything else?
Nah, staying where I am.
Okay, Corey, you're up next.
Okie dokie. I am going to fudge. Okay, I was gonna do. I'm gonna cast Shadow Blade.
Okay.
How far away am I from the thing?
You are about 20 feet away from me.
Perfect. Okay. I'm gonna Shadow Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to run towards it with said Shadow Blade.
Nice. I love it.
And strike out at it. So I have to roll to hit, and then it casts 2d8 damage. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can
Psychic
also
damage.
throw it, but you can also just like do that. That's fine. And
You know
as
what?
as you cast Shadow Blade, you literally are pulling the blade out of the ground here. Like this place, this plane is shadow manifest, and just like a sword out of the stone, the blade just appears in
Yeah.
you.
I feel like I'll throw it then instead of moving towards the thing. I'll move in eyesight in case there's anyone blocking me.
You're good, yeah.
And then I'll throw the blade.
Okay, make a ranged spell attack. I think that's how
Okay.
this one works. Let me just confirm this, but I'm pretty sure.
No, it's with your
Fail
dex.
attack?
Is it Dex? Okay.
But you'd have advantage because I assume we're in
You
dim
are in,
light or
you are in
darkness.
dim light, absolutely.
That's a nat 20, so never mind.
Hey! Forget about
That's
it.
what we want.
Yeah.
What we like to see.
All right, so this is 2d8.
Happy for you.
Okay, so you don't even need to roll damage. Tell me,
This is my happy face.
Corey. Oh, I deleted the wrong mini. Corey, tell me, how do you finish this creature?
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay. I think that I tap into some sort of inherent shadow magic here. So when I throw the blade and it like lodges into this creature, it begins to like unravel it from the inside and sort of swallow it the same way I watched the dog ingest the other one.
Nice. The blade strikes it, yeah, for sure. Sorry, go on.
And then I just kind of stand there because I'm like, I pulled a sword out of shadow and I wasn't meant to. Okay, pretend I did that intentionally.
Amazing. I need you. So, two things. One, the blade screams through the air, plants itself in it, and as it looks around desperately, friends, lonely. He watches it kind of unravels, leaving behind as it falls to the ground. This thing is not unmade and turned to paste like the dog did, but rather a body. lands on the ground, and you watch as it sort of morphs into what appears to be an elf of some kind, just a really, really old-looking elf. 2, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Sure. That's a 7
Oh, nice. That's not good.
plus 4. So 11.
You baited me. All right, perfect. That's enough. I am
Like,
sad.
yay, something. Oh, no.
No, nothing. Instead.
Bracken finds different ways to torture us.
Perfect. As the creature sort of melts back into the sort of elven shape, you can hear in the distance the baying of other creatures now aware of your presence on the back of that divine magic cast. You can hear the just a variety of creatures just howling maddeningly at the moon, or the lack of moon, I guess. And you see the Shadarkai that's with you looks to you, Lyndon, because you're the only one he really knows. We must make haste. Quick, follow. And he begins
Make haste
to.
while the sun shines. I will.
There is no
gesture
sun.
in the direction. It's it's an expression. I know there's no sun. That's why I chose that expression, because it was ironic. It was sort of a play on what the situation.
Can someone help me up?
Move.
I got
Okay,
you.
okay.
Come on,
What happened to
Julie.
What happened to him? Oh my god, so much going on.
I'm
Pick me
big
up?
now.
Does that make you slow? I don't understand.
It doesn't.
I was
He's
always
just-
kind of slow.
Say that again.
How long does it last? Up to a minute. All right.
And back
Okay,
in
all right.
Killer River.
Let's make a move. Let's make a move, friends. Fellow ambassadors to Sultan Al Kazim.
Wait, Goose, can you just put me down near the body? I just want to quickly check it.
Yeah, Ollie's inspecting the body because of
Flop you down.
the mental barrage that he received.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think, yeah, Junie and Ollie, like, share a look of, like, let's search this. Like, this was a weird shadow thing, and now it's almost one of our kin.
Make
Yeah,
a hit.
I don't know.
Make a.
This is the one I saw in my mind, right?
Yeah. You can. No, this is not. The one that you saw in
Different
your
one.
mind is the
Okay,
one
cool.
that got like shredded to bits by
Shredded.
Anko.
Okay, cool.
You can make a history check, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, jump. Okay,
As
I
soon as
rolled good
the-
on this apparently. History will be 19.
Nice. And Junie?
It's a 9 for me.
Perfect. You're bleeding out of like places you shouldn't be bleeding out of, Junie.
That's most places.
Yeah. Dread, you,
you know?
see
Take my
a.
medicine.
There's like a sense of almost.
I'm fucked.
It looks like in some of the dreams that you've had, or some of the visits that you've had with Grandma before, the way that this thing is sort of like dressed, the way that it's holding itself, it's very old. The clothes that it has are super outdated, or maybe from like hundreds of years ago. Elves are never outdated. Just people make mistakes in the present. And so it reminds me of the fashion that like Grandma would have worn occasionally in your dreams when you had like visits from her. This elf hails from, easily like 200 to 300 years ago. And it is an elf, or would have been an elf, a Sylvanesti, probably one of the tribes or the groups of elves that was more haughty, I guess. And with everything that you've heard from your siblings about this place that you're going to, probably hails from the city that floated in the sky once upon a time.
Junie, I believe this elf is from a very long time ago, Sylvanesti. I think it was overcome by its emotions here in this place. Wherever we're going, well, there's probably more of these creatures. I'm sorry, apparently Link's knocking at the door.
Go for it, it's okay.
That's so cute. That's so cute. Okay, well, we should keep moving.
I
don't
I
wanna
send a
risk-
message to both
Yeah.
of them being like, we've been told we need to move.
You see like this big,
Okay.
tall, lanky elf like or shadow guy just begins to lead the dog away, Lyndon is riding the back. There's more room on it if you want. And who wants to ride said dog?
I'm obviously staying on it.
Yeah.
Is the dog
I'll
offering?
just jog beside.
Okay.
If Juniper can, because she's not having the best time.
Sure.
Guardian, do you have any way of stitching wounds?
It's mostly healed. I'm just a bit slow.
He
You
looks.
didn't have lingering injuries on the internal organs?
He'll look to my magic. Takes something from you, but
I see.
sister of sadness, come. And he reaches out towards you, Juniper.
It is fine. We will persevere.
He's happy to
I'm
reach
gonna
out.
reach back out.
Perfect. He will heal you.
Junie,
You regain 15 hit points.
And you become even more sad.
Not possible.
Yeah, well, and yet.
If you stay at the bottom,
And
there's
yeah, exactly.
no further way down.
There is
No way but up, baby.
there is no ill effects on you. There is no. You just watch these motes of black shadows sort of fill in and patch in your injuries further. He nods to himself, or it nods to itself as it begins to lead the dog away with some renewed impetus, because the baying of the creatures around is getting louder.
With a growing disquiet, I'll hop on the back of the
shove off.
beast and move forward with it.
Okay.
Who's just gonna jog beside while he's still in big form, and then slowly decrease.
Your clothes are ripped. You look like the Hulk. Anyway,
Stretchy spandex pants on something.
As you're following, he will ride in silence for the better part of 2 to 3 hours as you guys are pushing through deeper and deeper into the Shadowfell. He will not venture, he will not offer anything, he will just keep walking, and he's constantly, like you could see, looking left, right, ahead, behind, like he's, doing a 360 almost at all times, just keeping...
I'll use that time to fill in the family on what happened to me as I understand it. First by relaying it to Corrie in Twinspeak, and then having her relay things in message form so that we don't have to say out loud too much to give away our position. But I just explained that, hey, this guy wants us to kill a dracolich.
3 hours or so go by, and he will point
yep.
to a piece of dirt in the shadow that looks indistinguishable from the rest, and he'll point the finger at something and goes, "Rest now. Soon we arrive."
This
Did we arrive where?
To see my memories.
the boned one?
Oh, great. Always love a bit of a slideshow.
And then where he points, you watch
we're heading, Guardian.
You watch where the dog in that that begins to burrow, and it digs out in that spot for about a few seconds. Within less than a minute, it's dug out a burrow that goes in 10 feet down and 30 feet deep. It is just dug out a hole in the ground to find a place to rest out of the main ground of the Shadowfell.
Okay.
Guardian, this place we are heading, is this the city of insert name here?
Oniari?
Oniori?
Oniari. Is this the city of Oniari, or is this the boned one, or are they one and the same?
He hesitates for a moment. You wish to go to the city, yes?
We wish to see Oniari, but you are taking us to where?
I am taking you first to memories, so I may remember the path. That is the price.
I see. And the boned one has your memories.
Yes, and I have his.
I see.
What is
Over
your
the-
name?
He
Oh,
doesn't
sorry,
remember.
Lyndon.
You ask the guy, or you ask Lyndon?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lyndon will interrupt and say he doesn't know. Like Lyndon like takes it on himself to answer the question.
and at that moment, like now that you guys have a minute, you can see each other's shadows. You know, you can see the shape of Lyndon's bizarre ghost, like sort of hugging Corey. You can see Corey's bizarre, like twisted version hugging around Lyndon. You can see the shadow of your mom, though to you, Juniper, it looks like some random woman that is trailing behind Ollie. And you can see a series of individuals surrounding Goose about 10 feet away, forming this circle around him, looking inwardly, and they just move, hovering above the ground as he moves. Around you, Juniper, there is nothing, and around the Guardian, there is nothing.
Do I see
Sister of
anything
Sadness.
around Juniper?
You see nothing around Juniper.
When you
I relay a message to Lyndon in TwinSpeak and just explain what happened, or my understanding of what happened, and say, I think that's why he calls her the Sister of Sadness.
Well, we'll deal with that when we have the opportunity.
Yes.
Do you have my bag?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, gang. Don't want to alarm anyone. Twins and Ollie, you got some hangers on the periphery.
Yes, so do you.
We all do, except
What?
for me.
Yeah, you
And
have
him.
You have a whole orchestra around you.
No
What do
one
they
that
look
I
like?
seem to recognize.
Oh,
Do we
they're
recognize
butt ugly.
anyone for Goose?
For Goose, yeah, well, you don't, but his old bandmates might recognize a bunch of guards from the house that he broke into. He might recognize some old people. You've heard the stories. These are all the people that Goose has killed. And there are faces in there that you
messed up.
definitely do not recognize.
How many people is... There's a whole crowd around him?
Yeah, there's like at least a dozen people around him.
Seems to be figures who
I think they're your
want
ex-girlfriends.
us.
They could be. I could be. I've got a lot of those. So,
Yeah,
so I can't.
they're all
It's
idiots.
really annoying not
does.
be able to see. How close are they?
Your
They're
How-
shadows.
is
They
the-
move when you do.
Before we continue our conversations, is the Guardian is with us, right?
Mhm, absolutely, yes.
Okay. I just again relay to the rest of the family in message form. Remember to keep the cover that Lyndon told us. And not to let this person who could kill us easily know too much.
I have a question for you, Guardian.
Ask.
Before you said your magic takes something, but when you healed me just then, I didn't feel any lack. I didn't feel any absence.
You have nothing to give.
Oh, goodness.
Do you know what it takes?
It takes feelings. It takes happiness. It takes sadness. It takes joy. It takes part of you, and like me and others here, you already have given. There is nothing left to take.
Others including the figure that was left behind after we defeated the...
He points to like the chest of the Anko and he goes, yes.
So that was potentially someone like us.
This place does not give willingly.
I felt the history and the emotions of one of those creatures. It wandered for a very long time with the emotions that it harbored. If we were left here long enough, would we become like that?
I think it looks to you, and without it answering, you know the answer to that question. It doesn't need to answer it for you.
We should rest.
It's like Goose has
Maybe
got
it's
the most
best
to
I
give.
don't have anything else to lose. Maybe that keeps me safe in a way. Who knows?
Guardian, does this disadvantage her? Having nothing to give?
Oh, that's a good
What a way to
question.
phrase it.
Does it advantage or disadvantage? What did you ask?
Does it disadvantage her?
Um,
Am I at more risk than my siblings?
Fellow ambassadors.
I need to roll for him.
Wait, did I say sister? I don't think I said sister.
Yeah,
I think I
you
just
said-
No,
I said siblings.
Junie
Oh,
just
you
said siblings.
Okay, yep.
17
We could be
plus.
siblings and ambassadors.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be now.
Sibling.
He looks around and he says, unusual. That's why I rolled. So he picks up on this like sibling situation, but he doesn't comment further on it. And then he thinks on the question that you've asked. It is hard for me to remember anything, but I have observed wandering souls. And he looks at her. It will happen quickly, and it will happen painlessly.
Hopefully not in this time it would take us to rest.
The Shadowfell takes, and the Shadowfell gives. Rest quickly. We are still some time away from our destination.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else we can do, I'm going to rest while I can.
Okay.
Ollie will be in tow with tuning.
You watch as the Guardian, while you guys you require light, and he will spend some time using magic that he has to make a form of light, but it is black flames as opposed to bright flames, but they will cast light nevertheless, giving you warmth and a little bit of comfort in this place. It is not the same, but it sort of looks like a black light almost in this place, but it does offer some amount of warmth.
I go to Corian and just clarify. Are we thinking that she gave up her connection to Mother?
Her connection, her memories of Mother, her love, whatever it is, she walked away from this, and I revealed the totem that is Junie's.
I could try and dispel it.
I don't think it would work. It's more powerful than that.
I'd rather try and fail than let it take its roots. Maybe if we catch it early enough. She's still got her personhood.
You could try, but also the reason we're here is because she did that.
We're going to get sucked back through the door. We've been walking
Who knows?
for days.
I don't want to risk
Seems
anything.
like- I don't want to risk us losing our connection to our mother. She's not just losing her memories, she's losing all of our memories.
I know.
Most of my memories from Mother are actually just created from stories she's told us.
Yes.
I can't. I have to try. If I try and it fails, we're in the same position. Yes? Are you okay with me trying?
If you think it's the right thing to do and you don't think it's going to jeopardize wherever we're heading or whatever position we're in right now, then yes. I trust you.
While these two are having this conversation, the rest of you can see their companions sort of mimicking that same conversation, looming sort of over, and there's like this sort of plaintive wail that sort of echoes with almost every bit of conversation. I don't know if you guys are speaking in twin speak or not.
We're speaking in twin speak.
Perfect. Then you guys are just hearing sort of this mewling of like almost dying cats that are just coming out of the voices of like the shadows behind you. Both of you do not hear this, but the rest of your family, you guys can see this like haunting diseased display of a conversation sort of playing out by the two looming shadows behind them. You don't understand what they're saying, but there's like this sort of plaintive whine to it, and it's really off-putting.
We don't see our own, right?
You don't see your own, you see your siblings, but you're not hearing them.
I see my creepy ass version of me above Lyndon.
Yes.
Cool.
And
Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I'll leave that conversation then if I get Corey's blessing, because he's not going to do anything without Corey saying it's a good idea. I'll saying that she is okay with him trying.
Okay, yeah. So you're having this conversation. Goose and Ollie, what are you guys doing?
You want to go first, Goose?
I'm just kind of Goose is uncharacteristically quiet.
Question: through Killer's eyes, can I see Ollie's?
You cannot see your own. You see like there's a hint of a shadow around you, but you cannot see it. And through your animal companion. Oh, for you actually, no, you can't. There's nothing there. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, rock and roll. Yeah, I'm just walking with Junie and helping Junie get rest.
Okay.
And give her comfort however I can. There is a very cold demeanor with Ollie right now, being in winter form, and his breath mists underneath the mask as he follows her. And he'll just ask, "Are you okay?"
Me? Yeah, look, the bear totem worked wonders. It helped me, skate through, and whatever the Guardian did seemed to help as well. It will heal in time. I suggest it's probably just needs a night's rest, and I don't know, I'll quickly wrap it up and change the bandages when I can. You really ought not to worry, Ollie.
No. I take that after you.
Yes, but you see all the good it gets me.
Do you not remember her?
Who?
You look over to make sure the Guardian's not listening. Look over to our siblings through the eyes of Killer.
You guys can all see this sort of conversation as they're walking. Goose, Ollie, or Goose, Lyndon, Corey. You could see. Well, Goose, you recognize her. You recognize your mom. That's sort of like following.
Yeah.
And she is. When Goose is or Ollie's talking to Junie. This and Junie, you see this, but you don't know who it is. This kind to you, Goose. It looks as this beautifully kind-hearted woman with a warm smile is reaching out, almost looking to cup Juniper's face. And Juniper, there's this creepy figure of a ghost reaching down, trying to like, whenever Ollie's asking if you're okay, it looks to want to pat your hair. It wants to touch you. But you don't know who this woman is. And she's just like reaching for you. And it's a very, very uncomfortable.
Then I'm going to connect telepathically with Junie. And as I do, I'm going to say to her, "Let me tell you about the most wonderful woman that I never met." And I'll begin one of the stories that Junie used to tell me about our mother. Just a memory that she might have had, or something that reminded her that she made sure I knew. Kind of like passing that back to her. And that'll be my scene.
Cool. You watch your sister almost goes like in a trance-like state. There is nothing there. There's nobody home. As you recount that story, there's just absolutely nothing. There's no recognition.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
I think Ollie knows that. I think Ollie's just like telling a story.
Yeah.
He's not trying to get her to remember.
Oh, for sure.
That he's just trying to pass something to her. Yeah.
And as you're telling that story, the three of you, if whoever's watching this, you can see the shadow reenact that story, whatever it is. Like if it's putting a bandage, or like maybe it was like saving a goose or a chicken, whatever the story that you're recounting, the shadow is sort of mimicking her half of that event. And you can see it. You can see the story that Juniper has told you in the past come to life through the shadow, which makes you feel some kind of way. I'll let you decide, obviously, if you're happy, sad, bitter about the whole thing. Juniper is like almost in a fugue, catatonic state, like she is just not present.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. I'm so sorry. It must have really taken a toll on me, this fight. I'll rest up and then...
I'm going to pop over at this point and say, Junie, can I try something real quick? It's a...
Guys, really, I am fine.
Obviously. It's not for you, it's for me. I'm doing an experiment, and you're the best subject for it. I promise it won't hurt.
Okay.
Could go into
what do you need?
Details. It's a study of entropy, and I just need your head, essentially.
Of dying? Fantastic.
What? What?
Entropy.
No, don't worry
rot. Dying.
No, it's not rot or dying. It's the natural state of being, and I'll just put my hands up to the temples, and I'll cast Dispel Magic. 3rd level.
Death is a natural state of being, too.
Dispel Magic. Okay.
Non-existence.
I need you to make an Arcana check for me, please. Before you roll... I will set 2 DCs.
Mm-hmm.
DC 18 to learn more about it, and DC 25 for something else.
Cool. Do I have to tell you which one I'm going for? And
No, just roll and then tell me what you get.
Alright, cool. Here we go. Roll high, people. I'm going to roll with my inspiration, because that was only a 6. So, inspiration. Here we go. Roll better. That's better. That is better. 21.
Ooh, close. Close. I cast guidance if this were Baldur's Gate, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Unless I have it.
Here's the deal.
I'm right there.
Do you want to use it? Well, you're right there. You could use the reaction if you want. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, roll it. Add a D4 to that, Rob.
You've got this.
Roll 4.
Here we go. 4. It is a 4.
Nice.
Okay.
So 25 total.
All right.
Yeah.
Rob,
Thank you for the guidance.
Linden.
The posthumous guidance.
I got you.
As you reach out and examine the spell or the effect that lingers on your sister, it is beyond your ability to unravel it. But it is within your ability to move it. You see it sitting on her brow, just like in this moment, at this time, you're not sure that you'll ever be able to do this again. It is bound to magic that is was tied to that crown that you never saw but was explained to you. It has the same feel or the same presentation of things that you'd read about in the school. I love that I can lean on this school for these moments. It's great. It has like a hag-like quality to it. And in this moment, as it sits there, you can reach out and touch it, and you could take it on.
Oh.
Don't you dare.
Okay.
Don't you dare.
Oh.
Do not do it.
Does he know what that
It's
would
beyond my
Does he know
No.
what that would entail?
Lyndon
he-
wouldn't
he-
know.
Magic,
He-
man.
my-
It's hag
so this-
magic.
everybody shut up, you don't know. This is beyond
No, no,
my
we're not in
comprehension
this.
as to knowing what it would do to me. Like I would
No,
forget
you're
Mother, or I would
keenly
forget
you're
something
keenly
else.
aware that this is going to remove. You see that it's like just, let's say you have like a 3D scan of like her brain. You can see the tendrils of it just shooting out and dulling or numbing out
Yeah.
a part of it.
Yeah.
Pulling this out, you don't know how to do this. You can move it. You don't know how to unravel it. You could put it in somebody else's mind, and the only mind that you can reach in this moment at this time is your own. It would remove or rewrite your brain in some way. From what they've described to you, you have a pretty good inkling of what it would do. Whether it removes memories of your mom, it's going to do something fundamental to you. If
Ollie with a
It
Y
would-
is right
yeah.
there, by the way. Just saying.
If Yeah, if I could, like, if I have even the slightest doubt in my head that it would remove my connection to Corey, there's not a chance in hell he's doing it. Even if doing it would save Junie's life, he wouldn't do it. That's how codependent he is with his twin. It's sickly.
Yeah. I mean, you could see, like, in that moment of understanding,
that if he's 100% sure that it would just remove his memory of Mother, he would do that.
Oh no, there's definitely a doubt.
Okay, then he and also if he could move it onto Ollie, he would do that also.
He cannot. It is just you or your sister in this moment.
I feel what it is.
And I have
feel
no
the
idea
ability
what
to
he's
grab it, and
doing
I let it
inside
go.
my brain.
No, you have no clue. Yeah, he's just it feels warm and tingly. Like
when you said you can move it, I immediately started looking through my notes for Godswin's name because I couldn't remember. I was like, oh, I'm gonna definitely move it to Godswin. I was like, I thought you meant I could move it, the target of it, like so that she remembers Mother but forgets Godswin.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Like,
too.
I'll make her
I
forget
think you
Godswin
could-
instead.
Yeah.
He's super dead.
You don't really care about
Yeah,
the
I
whole
was like,
story.
I
So...
don't care if she forgets about Godswin, and she'll also forget
Yeah.
that I accidentally exploded her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah,
moment
that would
when
be
you
a good one
definitely
for
not
me to forget. Probably
when you reach
for
out
later.
and touch this thing, it would take either finding whoever initially laid the curse that existed there. You have no idea if they're still living or dead. In this case, it might be forever. A god, a god intervening. But in that moment, as you're hesitating, for those of you watching, you see the shadow of Corey's twisted doppelganger just grows a little bit larger, and the hands that were looming around them just kind of hug a little bit tighter around him, and he just
Oh, it's so gross.
leans into it,
Yeah.
and he pulls back.
I
Nothing has
watched
changed.
this. That's fucked.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's at point the penny drops that, like, this is probably not healthy, but that's certainly what it looks like.
I think I see that, and then I look over to Goose with like just a yeah, that's what I was assuming.
Impressive people around.
Gooses look back, and I'm like,
We don't have time to unpack all.
I
So did it
let
work?
go of Junie and say, well, a failed experiment is still data, so maybe I'll try again some other time.
And
Thank you, though.
will you deign to let me know what that data is?
You wouldn't understand if I tried. We don't have the time to explain.
You know what,
It's-
Lyndon? You could try, actually. You've not
wanted-
tried before.
okay. Sure. So, what's your basic understanding of pre-calculus? Let's start there.
You know what? You could actually try to speak to me in a way I understand. I know what you're doing, Lyndon. You're keeping secrets. Okay. Just because I don't know what those...
There are few people that could understand what I'm doing. One of them was on a moving house and we burnt his face. And the other one's over there.
Do you ever think that maybe a good thing to do with this power might be to be able to communicate how it works?
Those who
To
can't
people
do
less
teach.
intelligent as
And I will
yourself?
turn away to I'll just those who can't do teach, and then I'll turn around and walk away.
Brother, a moment in private.
I'm gonna
Hold
like
on.
make hand gestures at the air.
I'm gonna try and talk with Lyndon, if that's okay.
Just the
Quietly.
guardian at this point will be like, we'll make a comment like, you argue a lot for colleagues, but it is time to soon go.
We all have different ways of seeing things. That's
Sure. While you guys have been resting, Goose, are you doing anything or just sitting quietly in your corner?
Goose is quiet.
Perfect. I need Goose, I need Lyndon, I need Corey, whoever's rested essentially, to all make wisdom saving throws. I need those of you who are already
Including me?
failed before to do so at disadvantage.
Is this a short rest, by the way?
Yes.
In disadvantage, the ones we failed before during the combat. Is that what you meant?
Yes. Yeah. If you already have 1 point of Shadowfell sickness, then you get to do this at disadvantage.
Do I
No.
need to do the thing?
Did you fail already?
Well,
I don't
no,
think so,
haven't
right?
Needed
So-
to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yeah, but you didn't fail it, so you could just make a regular one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
13
So I still
back.
need to make one.
Yeah. So 13 is good. And all of you get the
14.
benefit of a short rest. 14, you're good.
Roll, this sucker.
Linda needs to make
I
one as
rolled
well, and I
a
think
21. So
okay. You haven't failed yet.
16.
AJ, did you fail it yet?
I have not failed one yet.
So 21, you're good. And what was it, Rob?
15.
All right, you're fine. And Junie?
16.
All right.
Didn't you fail one right at the end, Kari? Oh, no, who am I thinking
No, I ended up just passing.
Yeah, with her,
Oh,
she
that's right, that's
debated me. She was like,
Oh,
with
of?
a
Oh,
plus,
that's right. Yeah.
with a plus 55, I'm actually fine. Okay. The rest is done. I mean, you can still have your conversation, but you all get the benefit of a short rest, and the Guardian is preparing, and he's letting you know that you have like minutes before he wants to get moving again.
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
What's that thing that we can do with short rest with giving spells back?
Arcane recovery.
Arcane recovery, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And you guys
Just
can
make sure
regain
the-
hit points with your hit dice as well.
Yeah. Just so that no one picks it up, and then I can contact telepathically to Lyndon and just say, "What was that? What did you learn?" The reason I ask is, before we left, when I sat with Father, something quite similar happened. I felt some sort of presence on his mind, affecting him. Perhaps there's some correlation.
Perhaps. I wasn't there when she gave it up, so I am missing some valuable data there, but whatever it is, it's weaved very strongly into her mind. I couldn't dispel it, but I felt like I could have taken it on myself, but I would have no idea what that would have done to me. I might have been a vegetable at that point, for all I know. That's all I could have done.
Dispel.
I'm going to try again when we're out of here.
I can also dispel things. I learned how to do so in a dream.
You wouldn't be successful attempting this on her.
Right.
You see, like, if you're super perceptive, if you got real high insight, you'd see like his jaw muscles like really clenched when you learned how to do this fucking thing that he's been he's studying for ages, and you learn it in a dream, and he's just like, you just like let it go for a second because time and a place.
Yeah.
For a moment, just Rob or Lyndon, you can see the world around you just kind of shifts into like a black and white kind of color. You have this sort of like, and in that moment, you can see quite literally Goose's arm just passes through solid stone. Like you swear to God that you just saw your brother's hand just like move like a ghost through solid stone. All of this you would comment on until the Guardian, the leash that he has on its enormous dog, turns quickly towards Goose as Goose is standing up. I guess you were sitting, I imagine. And you see the dog is fixated on Goose, and it is starting to growl in Goose's direction.
Ollie will finish the conversation just quickly by saying, "If you can transfer it to anyone else, I would volunteer." That's the last thing he'll say on that. Just let it walk off.
Okay. I'll stroll confidently over to the Guardian and be like, "What is happening?"
I am unsure. He is reacting to the ambassador as if it were Dragonkin.
Well,
There
I'm
is
not.
a powerful There is a powerful enchantment of illusion on him to. We have been sent on an ambassador mission to parley with dragons before and to pass himself as one. This is an illusion. Your beast is being tricked.
I need you to make a deception check, please. And before you roll it, I will tell you the DC. In fact, I will roll it.
Oh, okay then.
Okay, the DC.
roll it.
No, I'll tell you.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. DC 3.
The DC plus it's 16.
We're so
Okay,
mean.
well, I got a plus 4 deception. So here we go. 10 total.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Do you have
Yeah.
inspiration left?
That's another
Anybody?
6 on the
No.
dice.
Okay.
I
Can I gift it?
Yeah. You can force any reroll.
I gift my inspiration to Lyndon.
Try that again.
All right, deception.
Where did you
Yeah.
guys get inspiration?
You got it
Ages
from
ago.
Got
the
inspiration
co-table
last
roleplay.
session.
Where we're all just like talking over each other while having dinner. Yeah, it was
Oh,
really
Ah.
fun.
yeah, it was around the
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah,
We
it
all
was a
got
table,
one.
yeah. And I was like, do
Yeah, we
you
all got
have
one.
inspiration? And
Yeah.
Malcolm was like, yes. And I was like, yeah.
What did you get?
There's one shy. That's a total of 15.
Oof.
The Shadar Kai says, and then it would only be a moment for him to sniff and confirm. And maybe that you have a doppelganger in your midst. They are quite strong. He will point to you, Goose. Stand.
Mm,
Who stands, and as the dog comes over, he is going to subtle spell cast Alter Self, and make himself entirely human.
Okay. As you do so,
Yes.
I'm gonna have disadvantage on my All right, 7. I suck at this game. Okay, perfect. As the dog approaches and begins to sniff you, it lingers for a moment on your back, but as it looks, it doesn't see the scales. There's nothing there. You look human.
Pulls it up. You right, big guy?
And then it's going to linger for a while on your ring, and it's going to stare at your ring, and it begins to whine while looking at that ring.
Mind your business.
And you hear the guardian kind of looks at your ring on your hand. What is it?
It's mine.
That's what the dog sounds like, you see? And Bowser's just role playing perfectly.
It's just a he's
Yeah.
just
Some
committed
great
to the
role
role.
play there.
Okay, so as he looks to, may I see? He doesn't put his hands out. He just wants to look closer at your ring.
It's, you know what it is? It's mine, and it's not any of your business. So pack it on up, bud.
All right, make an intimidation check, please.
I will. That was cocked. That is 16.
I apologize for my intrusion. Anko, it is obviously human. Let us go. And with this,
Don't like the it, but you know.
it's just how it talks.
Technically, no.
I wouldn't worry, Goose. I think they can be deceived by powerful smells.
And with
Well,
this,
I've got a few of those.
it begins to the guardian begins to leave and takes the enormous dog with him. We are 2 hours
I
away
wish.
from our destination. Stay close. Stay quiet.
A ride, perhaps?
He nods his head, and he'll point to
Yeah,
Goose and
point to
say,
the dog.
"Not him."
Understandable.
Hey, this is for you though, just in case you're wondering.
I immediately send a message to Goose. Cool it.
I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun.
How long does Alter Self last?
I think Alter Self lasts up to an hour.
Okay. If you follow then the
Oh,
Guardian over the course
fuck.
of the next 2 hours will lead you, again, cutting through. He seems to be looking for signposts that you guys do not see. It all looks the same out here. It's all pretty standard Shadowfell. There's no obvious path. There are like some hills that go up and down. It's all like this rough gray stuff that is, as soon as you step or kick it, it dissolves into dust that just picks up and goes. There's this low moan that's just kind of constant. Whether the wind is picking up something crying, it's hard to make out what's what here. Either it's the sound of wind or somebody crying, bubbling in the distance, the sound of water, something snapping and you look, there's no vegetation, the occasional howling of unseen, unnameable beasts, and the whole while you're accompanied but nothing but your shadows or your siblings' shadows that are just looming, following, mimicking your movements, occasionally reaching out as if to touch something that you cannot see, but they do. You feel like you have company, but you're alone together.
One has to wonder, Do they change? Do they change us? Or do we change them?
Who are you asking?
I'm definitely not changing because I'm too stubborn, mostly.
Yeah, is that to the whole party, the band?
I think she's just wondering aloud, you know, is it the experiences of people that make these shadows, or are these shadows a somewhat you know, kind of omnipresent thing that just simply reflect us? She's just thinking. Just girly stuff.
I look at my creepy version above Lyndon. I think we bring these shadows, not the other way around.
Certainly got your expression right, Kari.
I think these are the things that haunt us.
And in terms of memories, things aren't exactly as they were in life. They get twisted. They get warped.
It's
they take on
not what haunts us.
Maybe it should, though, you know?
Maybe it's our desires, then? It's definitely something emotional.
Actually, no, I'm writing and he's not, so... I'm going to keep trying the light cantrip, though, just to see if I can get any flicker at any point, and I assume it doesn't work.
Light just simply does not work here, no. As you're progressing on and you're talking, when Goose answers, you guys have been here long enough now, that when Goose is talking, all of the shadows whisper what he's saying at the same time, creating this sort of weird choir of cacophonous voices that are just whispering with him. When Lyndon talks or casts his cantrip, you can see the shadow that's looming behind Corey, equally trying to do the magic. And it is just like almost whining and leaning into Corey more and more for support because it's not succeeding. When you're
because it's rolling just one under.
It's rolling just one under. When all these when all these concerned, you could see the almost protective nature of your mom that's hovering, just constantly looking and checking every nook and cranny of Ollie to make sure that he's not hurt in any way, just checking his hair, constantly just worrying and just over the top Giga helicopter mom energy. And yet around Juniper and around the Guardian, the absence of anything is the saddest of it all. You see the Guardian kind of looks, and if you could put the sense, though he hasn't displayed emotion, no anger, no hurry, no worry, just a very deadpan voice the entire time, there's maybe for the first time like a look of envy towards all of you that have shadows. And then he just kind of keeps moving on.
During the walk,
yeah, I'm
gonna try and interrogate just question the Guardian a little bit more on something he said before. He said that the Boned One has his memories, and he has the Boned One's memories. I'm gonna ask him a little bit more about that. Like, what does he mean by that? Does he remember things that the Boned One should, or does he just have them as like a physical thing that on his person?
Perfect, great question. He will pull back this cloak that he has. You haven't seen what he actually really looks like. And pulling back the top of his cloak.
3 gnomes in a
He is. It's me,
bunch of squirrels.
Boblin the Goblin.
He's a bunch of squirrels.
As he does so and he pulls back, you can see that he has. It's like I mean, he's corporeal, right? Like he has material to it. It's embedded in his skin, or what it shows you of his skin. He's flashing you. You could see literally
everything except the nipples is fine.
In his shoulder, where the joints are of the shoulder, and then in other sections he'll point to without showing these large gem-like items that you... I won't even make you roll for this. They sort of act as memory phylacteries, for the lack of a better term.
Yeah.
and he's got them embedded in his body. And you would imagine that by the time you get to the dracolich, it might have the same in its body.
Yeah. So, what you're wanting in return for taking us to Oniari is not only the memory of where Oniari is, but the return of all of your memories? Or the defeat and slaughter of But the Boned One? What exactly are we bargaining for here?
He ponders for a moment. I wish for its destruction. I am bound to it, and it is bound to me. I wish to remove that prison, whatever follows. I will lead you.
I know your memories are lacking, but do you at least remember how this happened? How you transferred memories to one another?
Oof. Okay, it's really hard for it to remember anything, but it's not impossible. That is a very good question for it. I need you to make a persuasion roll, and we'll call it DC 20.
Persuasion, got a +1. I'm good at rolling 19s, everybody.
Hey, look, you're asking good questions.
Summon the Bowser.
That is almost a 20. If it had a 0 on the end, that
Okay.
too would be a 20.
Nice.
I think that's how math works.
Yeah.
There's something about how this guy walks, how he's dressed, but it's just escaping you. He doesn't remember. He'll tell you that he simply doesn't remember. But there's something distinctive about. He almost has. You know what? He kind of reminds you of how Junie walks. Like it's
Sadly?
sad. He's just very different. He's got the weight of the world. He's got the weight of an entire family on his shoulders.
No, he walks with like a strange gait. Like it's not. People don't really walk.
Wait,
like
just
that.
for clarification, he walks like Junie the person walks, or Junie the horse?
Junie the person.
Yeah,
Do you need the
Junies
person
on
because
fan.
she grew up riding said horse?
So he walks like John Wayne.
Yeah, just slightly bowlegged.
Corey, yeah, definitely. He's got like a rider's gait.
Yeah, he's a rider's gate. I wasn't joking. I was being
Dragon rider.
serious.
Oh.
Because Rocco said that you walked with a weird gait. I was like, you grew up riding a horse.
Yeah. He's
The rider of some kind.
Is a dragon. It used to be the dragon rider, perhaps. Of the
Maybe.
of the boned one. There used to be a pair or a couple or a whatever.
Well, he was the rider of it.
About an hour in, Goose. I
Yeah.
need you to make an intelligence check, my man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, his speciality, you mean?
I'm gonna remember the
Intelligence, just
Remember that
intelligence,
time
or
we had-
intelligence save?
Just a check, just a good old check.
Yeah,
Not a
spiked
save.
as well.
Yeah,
Could have been your strength.
nothing sus. Just
4.
Okay, you are so absorbed by what your friends or your family is doing. It takes a nudge from your friend in the ring to remind you that your alter self has faded. And in that span of moment, the dog stops in its tracks again, lifts its snout. I will roll in public just to see, so that I'm not cheating anybody. And will turn towards you, and again. And again, the guardian will stop and turn to look at you, unblinking stare.
What do you want? We did this once already. You really want to go through this again? Now, you're risking permanently insulting our master.
Sultan.
So please go ahead. I have nothing better to do today, I guess.
Make this is a deception check, and I'm going to give you disadvantage on it, because it is the second time.
I'm going to use my reaction to cancel out the disadvantage.
You got
it. The specific ability that I have.
Is the reaction is you suddenly remembering the name of Sultan Al-Kazim.
You like sneeze a little bit? into
Sultan
it?
Baba
I'd be like,
Ganoush.
that'll cover it.
Sultan. You're really insulting him. Nice.
That is a strong 12.
Okay,
feeling about a 12.
let's find out.
Strong
Let's
12.
find out.
It's a good number.
Oh,
some stuff.
that's an 11. I thought it was a 4, but the gods are kind to me. 11 plus.
Oh no, he has a plus.
Oh, he has a plus.
He blueballed us.
He
He did what I did.
He carried us.
no, it was fine. He will. I have not survived these lands by being careless. I will apologize to your master, Baba Ganoush, or whatever his name is, and he will set the dog to sniff you again.
Well, that's incredibly insulting.
Incredibly. So you've survived these lands not by risking your own life, I see. Right? Is that correct? Not throwing away your life on a whim, right? You're right now about to insult all of us. You saw us fight. You saw us win.
He's not falling
There
for
are
bait. He is
5
setting...
of us.
The dog is beginning to circle around. What are you doing? You're talking. Are you doing anything else? It is sniffing.
I'm saying
you.
that there's 5 of us and
Yeah.
2 of you.
Yeah. The dog is coming up on you.
How far away is he from me?
Oh, he's 10. His leash only extends 10 feet away from the dog. So if the dog's on you, he's 10 feet away from you.
Okay. As the dog steps around towards me, I am going to grab my short sword.
Yeah.
It's like hilted in the back.
Yeah.
And I just fall through the ground and appear behind him. And then I'm going to grapple him.
Okay, I need you to make a with a surprise. He does not see this coming as you step through, appear behind him, sword in hand, and you're trying to grab him. Go for it. Make a grapple check. I'll give you advantage. He's not a big
That's
guy.
22.
Oh yeah. Okay, you immediately grab him, whichever by the around the neck, however you want to grab him.
Yep. And I'm like, I just hold him like, this is all that needs to happen right here. You call your dog off. Nod if you understand.
What are you?
Nod if you understand.
He will nod and he will ask the question again. What are you?
He is an
This
ambassador
ring.
to Sultan Al-Kazim.
Rackham, detect thoughts on this individual, the Guardian.
Okay, hang on.
It's just space until I push.
1. Okay, great.
I definitely push. I want everything, Rackham.
Okay.
I'll let people.
What's his mum's
remember
name?
that,
What's his mom's name?
Yeah,
Kevin.
favorite color.
And his dad is
Kevin.
also Kevin. Okay, as you push into his
Kevin's.
mind, you can feel the well of, you would expect panic or stress. Nothing. Just completely even keeled. This creature is incapable of feeling. It has been sucked out of it. It is not happy. It is not sad. It only this overwhelming sense of duty, not duty, but duty, and
Duty. Sorry.
it
I'm a
is the closest thing that you can feel for like any sort of emotion would be a deep-seated machine-like protocol or directive that dragonkin are not allowed here. There is the only bubbling of like anything is this bucket that almost fills this thing to the brim of just this simple directive of killing or destroying anything that is related to dragons. And currently, it is fairly convinced that Goose, with its blade on its neck and grabbing it, and the only thing that it's thinking of is not fleeing. It is simply the first thought that jumps to mind is destroy.
I say this to all the Hartman's siblings. His duty is against the Dragon King. We might have a fight here. Yes, but
We are
Guardian,
all on the
one of our
same side
siblings.
here, and
Guardian, your
isn't his?
your tasks and ours are in alignment. Your fight is with the boned one, as is ours.
He suspects.
Cannot help you get your memory back if you do not unhand the ambassador Goose.
He suspects the goose is connected to them. The
Well, he
change.
can suspect all he likes. It doesn't make it true.
All right, hang on, hold up. We're all getting a little testy. I
Mhm.
say with my blade
at his throat. Yeah, sure.
my
Yeah.
arm
Yeah.
right-
Let's
Corey
all
is just,
calm down.
Corey is
Yeah.
looking at you like,
Let's all
really?
chill
We're
out.
getting testy.
We're all getting a little ahead of ourselves.
Let's all
Ollie
just calm
is
down.
Connected.
Gaslight
curious,
girl boss
transmitting,
Gustav.
and is just watching the emotional
Such
state
a
as well.
gaslighter.
Okay.
So,
You're asking about the ring, right? That's what got your puppy in such a tizzy. I took the ring from a dragon man, a Dragonid, right? I am using one of their weapons against them. It's gonna stink like them, and to be honest, it's having some pretty shitty side effects, not gonna lie. Has my mood right pig shit, okay? Now, that's the lay of the land. I'm not very happy about it. I'm sure you aren't either. But if your dog keeps being unhappy about it, I'm gonna flip my shit. All right? So
Is
what
it
do you
possible-
what else do you want from me? From us?
Okay. You
I
tell
think
him.
it's-
You're telling him the truth, which is
Yeah.
okay. With a 16, make a persuasion roll just to see if he believes. So with it, you need to. Let's see what you roll.
If it helps, I think if I can, Junie will also like side up with Goose and just like look the Guardian in the eye, no emotion, and just say, I can vouch for Goose. He is no Dragon King.
I got a 22 for my persuasion.
Okay.
Kin.
Dragonkin, but Dragon King is also
It's
fine.
also not Dragon King.
I could
I
be
weirdly
right.
Definitely
caught
not a
the
king.
back of my tongue there, and I was hoping no one would notice.
The King of Dragons. He's not Bahamut.
right.
All right, cool, perfect. It's not Paladin.
He's no
Excellent.
Dragon King.
I am no man.
More of a
King.
jester kind of figure.
He's also
I'm gonna
no
be
king
real.
in drag.
Excellent.
Well, that we cannot attest to, but he's not a Dragon King.
He will pull the leash down, and you
Goose
watch
is
as the
no
dog,
Dragon King.
kind of the Anko, kind of like gets on all fours, and then eventually just sits on its haunches, 20 feet in height, looking down at you. He could devour you in a bite. Very well.
Try.
Or by stuffing you into its ribcage, apparently.
He will say, very well. Let us make way before I lose control. I'm going to make an animal handling check for him. Oh, I'm rolling it in front of me. Oh, I rolled a 16. Holy crap. Of course I did. But yeah, the dog stays in control under the leash. And over the next hour, he will continue walking with you in silence. If you decide he gets over, he's not pleased, and he will definitely keep an eye on you, Goose. But if you do let go of him, he will lead you for the next hour to the lair.
As we leave off, as I let him go, I'm gonna take the blade, put it back in the sheath, and hand it off to Junie. Like that's keep hold of that. The activation phrase is Goose is a douchebag. So just I didn't pick it, but
I guessed not.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really narrow it down. It could be millions of people with that activation rate anyway.
Goose,
Dozens. Okay.
Goose, I need you to roll a d20, though, really quick. You threaten violence.
As you say dozens as well, I'm just
17.
going to glance up at the dozens of people in your shadows.
What? I mean, my exes obviously are going to have a little, nothing. No, you never get a clean break.
I know you're joking around, Goose, because I know that we've spent a lot of time apart, but I don't recognize any of these people.
Also,
Sure, you don't.
I
You wouldn't have
don't
met most of
think
them.
you slept with that man.
I could have. I slept with a lot of people. All right. I feel like I'm being unfairly judged for my actions and my choices.
None of us are
all right?
judging.
He looks
It
like
looks
our
like
father.
judging. That tone is judging, J-Town. I know that tone and it's judging.
That's
so.
Ellen laughing, not Juniper. Sorry, none of us are judging.
Ambassadors?
Yes, Ambassador.
Yes, this is
we
unseemly
keep
talk
moving?
for colleagues.
Continue.
Yes, we should.
I might just as well like have the like clutch the sword, and I might just give a gentle like pat on the back to Goose. Just be like, got you.
After
Alrighty, J-Town.
another hour, you eventually arrive. The landscape finally changes. And what you see is these rolling hills eventually arrive at like this chasm, this big gaping hole. And about 100 feet on the other side, you can see where this big scar that exists here in the Shadowfell continues on. There is the beginnings of a bridge on your side that's about 30 feet wide, an ancient stone bridge, but it is collapsed. And on the other end of the bridge, or the chasm, the other half of the bridge continues. You can see a few ruins interspersed through here. And the guardian will turn to you and simply say, "We have arrived."
Okay.
He will point to this bridge, and he will say, "The path that you seek is beyond. Where exactly, I forget, but here lies our quarry." And he will point, like, sort of indicating in the chasm itself. Are you ready?
Are you saying that we need to descend into the chasm?
When we approach, it will awaken, and we will see it.
You don't remember?
The scale of this boned one, is he of your size? Is he of this guy's size? Point down to Anko.
Bigger.
Bigger. And he
And he
is
know-
incapable of flight, yes?
He is incapable
You
of
said he
flight?
once- yes, you said he once flew. He no longer flies?
Dark magics empower it. I've not seen it fly, but it has skeletal wings.
Is there any known
I-
weaknesses
Of what?
of this Bone Lord?
Well, I've seen it.
I mean,
Have you seen any ways to defeat it other than radiance and light? Any weaknesses, any chinks in its armor,
Fire.
any problems?
yes.
Even in its personality, is it weak to hubris?
Uh,
Does it have a particular desire for certain treasures?
he points to the dog that he has, and he'll say, "This is not my first Anko."
Right. He enjoys the hunt, then. He enjoys a large beast to take on. He has killed previous Ankos.
I have stood against it countless times, and countless times I have had to run.
Yes.
How many others have you brought to this place? I'll be the first.
Hang on. With the intention of killing it, you're the first. With the intention of, other draconians have come here, or dragonkin have come here before, and he has led them here when he was outnumbered so that it would clean up the mess. So he has used it as a garbage compactor as well.
It's breath. It's breathes fire like a dragon.
Frigid as the Shadowfell.
Okie dokie.
Guardian, does it have any companions like ours? Things that cling to it?
It is alone, and it is enough.
And what does it want?
He'll point to like these two gems encrusted in its chest, and he'll say, "These." But
Can they be
it is bound to this place as I'm bound to this plane.
they're memories?
Yes. Oh, excuse me.
Can they be imitated? Could they be used as bait? Does it know it inherently based on is it lured towards it, or
It doesn't know.
Perhaps
The
will it
Guardian
go
doesn't
for
know.
a-
Can you?
The
Can
Guardian
you
is
feel-
not the most imaginative person out there.
Mm.
So
Yeah, but I'm asking, can you feel yours on it?
I can see them when I've fought it before. And
You can't feel them now.
no, I'm not. No, they're not like some. No, I'm not bound to them. Like when it appears, I can see it embedded in its bone structure.
Right.
But no.
Okay. Anyone have anything sharp, shiny?
Corey and Lyndon
Pretty
are
and
having
hush.
a very hushed discussion on the back of Anko, just in twin speak, like, and you can tell that they're clearly like talking through ideas and dismissing things, and the subtitles essentially are coming up that I turned to her and said I don't have any ideas, and she's like, we could surprise him, we could try and kill him, use magic, what and I said the latest thing that I was saying is we could betray this guy. I have dragon's breath prepared, and Corey said yeah, so does she, and then we know that obviously Goose can pass as dragonkin as well, so if we wanted to side with the dragon if all goes tits up. So basically what Lyndon's doing right now is coming up with like a plan B. We haven't even got plan A yet, but plan B is if it starts to go tits up, we turn on this guy and say we led him to you, we're actually part of the dragon army, and then we cast dragon's breath and pretend to be dragonkin and try and sort of ingratiate ourselves with him, kind of thing. So we're coming up with plans, but we're not really solidifying on anything, and we certainly don't have a plan A yet.
Would it be possible out of like some rudimentary crafting materials to I don't know, create like cover like patches on a cloak with something shiny, something iridescent, like, you know, crushed up potion components.
So you
or
know that
whatever.
light down here doesn't work the same way. So for you to be iridescent,
okay, so
like,
nothing to be iridescent.
Yeah.
you're not going to be super bright. No, sadly.
So the bone dragon is in the chasm. The bridge above the chasm is what we eventually want to go down. And we want to kill the bone dragon for this guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just recapping
Yeah.
the information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Lyndon is offering the alternative of killing this guy for the bone dragon.
Yeah.
Um
To go in there, start a fight, see who actually seems like the better bet to the better horse to bet on, and then be like,
Yeah.
align yourself with that guy.
I sent a message to Goose. Do you remember that game you taught Lyndon and I as kids? Baseball or something?
Yeah. Baseball.
Yeah. Is it possible to get the dragon to move between the five of us? Sort of deflect it, take it out piece by piece.
I mean, that would be pretty good. Can everyone take an equal amount of beating?
Think
Actually, take more
so?
beating than you.
Yeah, technically Lyndon and I can take more than
I have
Goose.
stuff. I have stuff. All right. You don't know.
I think so. I think we could. I'm just
All right.
after
I think
confirming
it's
that
best we keep spread out. Yeah.
yeah. I turned to the group. Do you all remember baseball?
Yes, so was referee.
Of course
Spread it
was.
out. Strike
Spread it out.
evenly.
knock it out of the park.
Okay.
All right.
I'll be first up to bat.
And then I also turn to Lyndon and I say, we can also fly.
Last resort.
I'll need a little bit of juice on the hammer. If this thing's like any of the other things, skeleton-like dudes we've fought before, smacking it with a hunk of metal doesn't seem to be doing so crash hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, this morning I woke. Well, morning. When I woke, I wasn't with you. I didn't realize you'd be around, so I forgot that.
Fair enough.
In favor of other things.
I'll figure something out.
I also dreamed of a new spell that might be handy for us in this situation. I can bind it to the earth if we need. Of course, I
a
would
good
be able to
idea.
summon
That is useful. That is very
any of our wild friends, like I usually do. I can also
All right,
summon
so
giant owls.
that's a good idea, Ollie.
It'd be one
You
or
should
the
be
other.
third base.
That way we can attack it from all sides.
I would imagine. Yes, I would imagine that keeping it on the ground is the most
Key.
preferable to all of that.
Hey,
Okay.
Tall, Dark, and Handsome, are you coming in and giving a little hand?
Sorry, I missed
Right.
your question. I was
Got
just I just saw the messages in Zoom, and I was reading like what I missed a bunch of. Ask the question again.
You gonna come in and give a hand?
Oh, he looks at you and say, "Are you ready?"
I think so.
What?
Readier than
I'm
we
gonna
usually
I'm gonna use 2 charges from my eye to cast See Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast ice goes over my armor as well.
Ooh, I have invisibility.
I'm Ragathus. That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna cast ice
we got
on
there.
armor,
We got
armor thing.
goes. I go very cold. Ooh, cold.
So
I
you
will
guys took
also
your
mage armor.
and you guys took your
myself.
short rest. So make sure that you healed up whatever hit points that you needed to during that short rest.
Yeah.
Has it been 8 hours since we long rested?
I think not. Like you guys
Okay,
long
good.
rested. You got up. You went to the portal. You dicked around with the tower. You made your way. You've been walking for about 4 hours. It's close, but I think you're just under.
Good.
Yeah.
Then
So my mage armor
everyone still has the hit points from aid.
Which ones were those? The 11,
That
10th?
increased
symbol?
your max by 10.
All right.
Oh, I don't have those anymore. I have no idea where they went.
Yeah, I should. I'll add them.
Just click on your
Mm.
click on your max HP.
Did
and
I
then
lose
Beyond
them
and
with
hit.
the ghost woman though?
You can still get them back, so
Yeah.
it increases your max by
Ah.
10.
Max
Yeah, they're not
HP
10 hit
modifier.
points.
Got it.
Before we
Cool.
start, that
You
thing
should
we
have a
found,
You should have a max of 47, Corey, I think.
Got it.
broken lance. Would that have any bearing here?
Oh, you finally show the broken Dragonlance. Okay. Yes.
No, I don't. I just mention it. I just
Oh,
mention
okay.
it.
Mentioned it.
Yeah, yeah,
I-
it's up to
I
the
doubt
party.
Okay. So are you asking
it would have-
Are you asking him, or are you just asking
I'm
your
asking
group?
the group.
Oh, okay. Never
Last
mind.
time we saw it, it was embedded inside one of these dragonkin.
I was
Yeah.
unable to fix it. I don't imagine it would do anything.
I mean, it might have some residual. If nothing else,
Yeah.
it is something sharp and pointy, and that's never
I mean-
failed me thus far.
Any
I
advantage?
pull it out as we're talking
Even a-
about it.
Okay.
Does old mate react in any way?
His back is turned to you. He's facing the chasm.
Nice
He's about to
lance.
walk up. So he's
Guardian,
yes.
we have a.
You ever seen one of
we
these
have a
in
thing.
action?
This is so funny. Okay. Sure.
He's like, now you bring it. I left my Dragonlance healing kit back.
So-
God damn
I
it!
had a mending toolkit specifically for Dragonlance. I left it all the way back.
As you pull out the Dragonlance, you hear the sound effects from Zelda kick in. And You watch as his face grows confused. And he instinctively, not realizing what he's doing, he's approaching it, hand outstretched towards it, as if to say, "Give it to me."
Easy, easy. I'll keep a hand on it, but I'll let him touch it.
What's
he's on
that?
the
The
ready.
broken side or the pommel? What do you give him? Like the pointy broken edge? Or
I'm
you...
holding the handle, and I allow him to touch it.
Okay. He...
The blade. I get the
Yeah,
broken
yeah,
blade,
yeah.
I guess.
Where did you find this?
Driven
person that
through
Alright,
a
stop.
stone dragon.
He... Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, let me roll that in public. So that I don't want to roll behind the scenes.
Our patron,
Oh,
the one
12.
we are ambassadors to. What is the purpose?
You watch as his face. How long does detect thoughts last?
1 minute.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So it's been like 2 hours, right?
Yeah,
So,
his
definitely.
face contorts
And 1
into
minute.
like
Just really concentrate.
he grows.
I'm gonna cast detect thoughts.
Uh,
I did it.
he
I did it.
grabs the lance from your hand and forcefully tugs on it towards him. He wants to rip it out of your hands and grab
Try.
it. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's make a contested roll.
So no detect thoughts. Then I'll
No.
it's quite clear. So I won't cast it.
It's very fast. Yeah.
Yeah. I said it that Ollie was on the ready. At this moment, as he goes to tug it, I have some. I want to do something. Yeah, depending on how this plays out.
Okay.
I'm
What'd
gonna
you
use
get?
my last restore balance to cancel out my disadvantage. I still have 1 level of exhaustion. I forgot. I got dirty 20.
That's more than him. As he goes to reach, he pulls on it, but you're able to break it out of it. And he looks at you.
Get out of it.
Give it to us.
No.
Give it to me.
I put it back in the bag. Out of his sight.
And as soon as you do so, you watch as this, almost as if he has no idea what just happened. Are you ready?
Okay,
What
big
was that?
guy.
What an NPC move.
Hmm.
Can I insight
Alright.
check?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
17 plus 21.
For a moment, he grew tense, almost wrathful in his desperate attempt to grab this thing. The second it's out of his sight, he just goes back to his placid state.
The wrathful nature, would I glean that is like possession or
Yes.
wrathful towards the weapon?
No, he wants it. He wanted it.
Salamir. Is that your name?
I do not know this name.
He lost his memories, didn't he?
Yes, I thought perhaps hearing his name might jog it. Return it, something.
Perhaps.
There was a story I read once of Salamir, a knight of the
We
Crown,
have
who used a dragon
Lost
lance to
enough
kill a dragon.
time.
Guardian. Stay. A moment. This might be a great boon for what we're trying to achieve here.
Goose, I think you should hand it over. I have a feeling he once wielded it against dragons.
And if not,
You know about this Solomir?
Salamir was once a knight of the Crown. It's the history of Kryn. Hundreds of years ago, a king priest of Istar had a desire to rid the world of evil. He was eradicating everything, tried to transcend and become a deity. The gods tried to stop him with heroes. Salamir was one of these heroes. He traveled to the king priest's home and stood before a number of dragons, and when they refused to listen to him, he used his Dragonlance to kill the leader.
I mean, there's a dragon down there. There is.
It's a shiny stick anyway. If he wants it, I guess he can have it. Goose is gonna
not going
pull it
to
out
do
of his
anything
bag.
better in our hands, is it?
Yeah, Goose is gonna pull it back out of his hands and toss it over towards him.
The second you pull it out again, he, as you throw it to the ground, or do you throw it to him?
I just toss it to him.
He will grab it. And the second that you do so, you watch as he turns blade or broken lance in hand. He raises it above his head, and in doing so will pull back the cloak that he has on and reveal like this lithe, broken down elven body that has just been wrecked and ravaged by disease. And as he stands there, you can see a number of places. He is butt naked under his robe, by the way. You're welcome. He has a number of like gems just embedded in his skin, like these growths that are coming out of him. And it looks like he probably has 6 or 7 of them. And as he turns with the blade in hand, he shouts out, standing here, facing the chasm. I had written this down. Let me make sure I have it. Standing at his fullest height, an elf bearing the posture of a knight, unmistakably. Skandar! Beast of shadows! Awaken! Come face your master, and return what is not yours. And in shouting, his voice carries across, and in an echo coming from the chasm beneath, you hear a roar. Dust and wind bellows from the chasm pushing outwards. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws against a fear effect. So apply whatever bonuses you may have that are racial or not.
Rackham, do I
yeah.
still have fear given that I'm numb of emotions?
You do not feel anything.
Yay! You know it's bad when that's the reaction.
Is this
Yeah,
a
I don't
disadvantage
feel
like
anything
before,
anymore.
or is this just straight?
No, this is for the fear effect from the dragon. So
Yeah,
this
cool.
unrelated to the shadow.
Wisdom?
Juniper feels kind of fine about
Yes, it's a wisdom saving throw.
15.
15 is a fail.
But a 2 is a success, right?
Okay, also a fail.
Yeah, it's odds evens.
4,
I
okay.
rolled an 8.
Perfect. All of you feel shaken for the first time ever. As you can see coming up flying, the beating of wings, skeletal wings, these blue eyes beneath a brow of bones, this enormous impossibility. Not a dragonelle, a little small weenie dragon, but a full-on creature of myth and legend, of bone and slawing off flesh, a dracolich that is roaring its hatred for all living things, begins to crest the ridge. And you can see the blade, this dragon blade, that this knight that stands in front of you has. The ethereal part of it that is broken and missing fills in with spectral light, temporarily at least in his hands, reconstituting the Dragonlance. And we're going to end it here, and we'll pick up next week with you guys facing down either the dracolich or turning on our Sir Knight with a dracolich and against an old knight of Solemnia. Cool. Well done, you guys.
No big.
No, it's fine.
Let me just
Biggie Smalls.
let me just bring in the
There's never been a better time to be emotionally numb.
yes. Let me see if I have the where's the dracolich? Hang on, I want to just put it on. There it is. Woohoo!
Is
there.
it gonna be cute? Is it a cutie?
No. It is not a cutie.
I don't know. Looks kind of cute.
No.
No. And it's just
Incorrect.
danger.
we're in danger.
We're in danger.
So we'll pick up next week
You
with
might
all
be.
of you
I'm
being
not.
frightened, save Junie, and actually, now that I think about it, Zach or Goose, you threw the lance to the guy.
Yeah.
How close would you say you are to him?
400 feet.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
You got a hell of a throw, man. That was like a
Yeah,
stone
yeah.
It's all the throwing of the warhammer. Just been practicing this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a really long throw.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Plus, we played baseball as kids,
Um,
so
yeah.
got
Yeah,
a
baseball.
kitchen arm.
Perfect. So never mind. So then,
Excellent.
just the knight and everybody else except Junie and the knight are scared, facing down the dracolich. Cool.
I mean, I guess I was talking to him, so I don't know.
5 feet? 10 feet?
You said 400 feet. I believe you.
Goose Goose likes
When
to
Rackham
shout
sets
from
up the
long
map for this
distances.
fight for next week.
It's gonna be
Yeah, no,
forever
when
long.
Rackham sets up that he's going to make it a 500-foot map.
When
That's
Rackham
it.
says next week, this is the session we TPK, I'm gonna probably believe it. We're fighting a
Yeah,
dragon.
like,
Yeah.
okay, this is
It's
different now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
we're
so
like level
exciting.
three.
We level up now, yeah? We level up?
Yeah.
At this point?
level up.
Like, instantly, the dragon makes us so scared that we level up
That's it.
3 levels?
Yeah.
And
That's
we're so
it.
smart about the Dragonlance as well. So
Perfect.
that was really clever.
I was-
The Dragonlance.
I was like
great
that.
fear, great adversity.
It's so funny that came up with it. I was like, oh, never mind that whole arc. I was like, I wrote all this for nothing. Perfect. We'll love it.
Yep.
If only. And then it's such a random thought. I was like, oh, what about this Dragonlance? I mean, wait,
yeah,
what?
it was me, but then it fed into the whole narrative. It was beautiful. It's because we were in that preparation conversation. It's like, well, we have a Dragonlance. Why haven't we brought this up? Let's
What
That's-
is
Tried
this?
to fix it
Not
already
bad.
earlier in the campaign and was told,
Dragonlance.
no,
Yeah.
it's broken.
It's-
now
Like,
it's
well,
broke.
Yeah.
It's broken. If only you had a dragon rider that you knew. Okay, so let's go around the table and just say everybody where we can find us. AJ, are you streaming today?
I am not. No, unfortunately, I
That's great.
cannot tonight.
Perfect. Let's start with Ollie.
I'll stream instead from midnight. I'll just open Baldur's Gate. I don't know who needs
Woo!
sleep.
Do it.
Hell yeah,
Do
just
it.
do it.
You
24
need to
hours.
sleep.
Yeah. Speaking about Baldur's Gate, no sleep. Hi, I'm Dread GM. I love playing TTRPG so much that I'm trying to make it my profession. But you can find me running Call of Cthulhu on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. AEST. I also am going to be doing something pretty crazy, doing 24 hours of Baldur's Gate 3 on the 25th at midnight. No, the 26th. Yes, AEST as well. I'll post details in my Discord and everywhere else as well. I'm going to do an Oleander playthrough, which is going to be great. So if you want to come watch that, come tune into that. It's for Starlight Foundation, which is an amazing foundation here in Australia that helps sick kids and teens in the hospitals. They go out and they spread love and joy and light and laughter in scary situations for both the kids and teens and their families as well. I absolutely love them so gosh darn much. The other thing is next week I will be doing a beatbox stream. The community did their community reward and we're doing Beats by Dread, a name given to me by my dear friend Robert Hartley up there. And it's going to be crazy as well. And that'll be next week on the Friday, which is the 1st of September. So be there or be square.
Awesome. Thanks, Dread. Rob.
Hello, I'm
Hello.
Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a full-time professional Dungeon Master, TTRPG player, nerd, content creator for all things D&D and role-playing game related things. All over the internet, everywhere you can find me. I'm Robert Hartley, GM. I'm even on Blue Sky now.
Woohoo.
Robert Hartley, GM. So you can also find me as the Dungeon Master for a comedy group called Viva la Dirt League. We do half-hour episodes of an actual play highly focused on just comedy and green screen cutaways of what's happening at the table. It's very funny. We just recently filmed a bunch of recap episodes as well, so that if you look at the campaign and go, holy shit, they've been going 3 years, this is daunting to catch up on. It's a lot easier to binge and catch up than you think. So give it a go.
That's great.
Can vouch for
AJ.
that. Hello, I am AJ Winters. I am also a professional dungeon master and nerd / world builder from Winter's Tales. This is my studio that I'm in right here. It's the first Dungeons and Dragons studio in Australia. And we're currently in between seasons of the Chronicles of Aelwyn, our flagship show, but season 3 is vastly approaching. So if you're keen for that, stay tuned for announcement videos soon.
Woohoo.
And making it hyped. But mostly you can find me at Winter's Tales Co. on all the social
making it
media
hyped.
or on YouTube and Twitch. Or you can find me, AJ Winters VO, on all the social media, Threads, X, Blue Sky. I'm there.
It's such a
I'm
mess, the
cool.
social media landscape. You don't know where to put stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
All the
it's
things.
weird.
Also, AJ. In fact, I think all of us except Rackham are going to be at PAX Australia this
Yeah.
year as well. And
Yeah,
all
fuck
four
Rackham.
of my
No, I'm
panel.
kidding.
Yeah, if Rackham wanted to, he'd be there, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's not.
Quick care about Australians.
Let me fundraise
Yeah.
$5,000 to fly over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Hey,
might
I did it
happen.
for I did it for Gen Con. We can make it
Might happen.
happen.
All right.
Come on,
All,
He's gonna open it.
all four of my panels got accepted, and you'll see on my panels all of these people except Rackham.
Hey.
Except me.
Hey.
Speaking
I'm
of,
just gonna order the printout now of Rackham. I need
That's
to
it.
stand
Yeah.
all the cutout.
make
my
it
God,
life
can we
size.
take
So
Oh
make
my
it
God.
3.5
we
foot
need to
tall.
do
We
that.
need
Rackham
when we
just-
do the
we're gonna
cosplay
do
of the
it now.
family, and then we just have
Yeah.
Rackham
We'll
as
just
the
have Rackham
cut
Rackham.
out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Also
Ah.
cost $5,000. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Surprisingly expensive. Printing.
we fundraise $5,000 and then we
Just for the printout.
life size
Yeah.
cutout
Yeah.
of Rackham.
It was a toss up to how we'd spend the funds, and
Yeah.
we just
Exactly.
decided this was more
Exactly.
efficient.
Yeah.
And it just says natural 1 over and over again. Zach.
I rolled a 1.
I hate this game.
I hate this game.
There
Yeah.
you go. Go ahead, Zach.
Corey. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm
Zach
stopping.
Speaks Giant on all the things. YouTube channel, a Twitch channel, a podcast even.
Are you at 100,000 yet on YouTube? You were close last I looked.
I'm close. I'm about 93, 94,000. Getting there.
Slacker.
Go
Slacker.
subscribe.
You can.
I'm pretty sure I have.
And it only costs $40. So it's real cheap.
Good deal.
Australian dollars though, so that's
Australian
nothing.
dollars. Nothing. Yeah,
Worthless.
Zach Speaks Giant. I share silly D&D stories and silly thoughts of my own as well.
Cool. Thank you, Zach. Ellen.
I mean, I'm going to back up what Dred says. I actually work for the Starlight Foundation, and I was talking to a kid today, and they had a wish granted through Starlight, meaning that they got to go to Queensland and essentially hit up all of the movie worlds, SeaWorld. They got to have breakfast with dolphins. And often on these wishes, kids will bring their whole families. So
That's great.
really cannot
Yeah.
stress enough.
I
how
wanted to say, but I also
cool,
didn't want to dox you. And I was just like, you know
No,
what?
no, no,
if
no,
you
no.
want to say,
I'm
you
allowed
say it. It's
to-
fine. Yeah.
No, I'm allowed to say that I work for the Starlight
Hells yeah.
Foundation. It's a really great organization, and it's really cool getting to
Freaking
see
amazing.
all the awesome things that we can do
Yeah.
for kids and families in the hospital, because it's not a fun
Yeah.
time. Please follow me on all the socials. Again, I don't know what's happening with social media, but I mean, my Twitter's still chugging along. That's Ellen K Graham 1. Follow me for all of my sad nerdy thoughts. Follow me on Insta at EllieBean96 if you want to see more of my acting stuff. Follow me at FBoyGeorge69, I know, for Drag King stuff. And follow Roll to Cast on all of the socials, please. We're trying to make a big goal and hit some big downloader number goals this year. If anyone can help us along, even if you already listened to us and you want to leave a review, that would be really, really awesome. Anyway, that's me.
Nice. Cool. Well, thanks so much, you guys, for joining us today again. Briefly, I have tomorrow Baldur's Gate. Yay! In September, I'll be doing a charity thing with Save the Children. We're still picking the players and doing stuff, so it'll be exciting, and there's going to be sponsors and giveaways and all that jazz, and more details to come for that. Cool. I'd like to say that through all the support that you guys have shown on chat, like through your bits and tips and all, it's not a ton of money, but I was able to pay out a little bit of money to each player here, so I'm excited about that. That, you know, we can, it's not a
You
zero.
bought my food this week
There you go.
because I'm
I
broke.
immediately spent it on
You know,
dice.
despite what people
Yeah.
may or may not think, and this is not an appeal for people to be like, oh, it's just there's not a ton of money in TTRPGs really, so it's nice to have be able to show like even a little bit of appreciation in that way. So thank you guys.
It's funny because like Ellen and AJ, sorry, I was going to say that
I blew
I'm
it on
choosing
hard
between
drugs.
a new Cthulhu book or more food, and I'm like, Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so it's just kind of nice to just to say thank you to the community out there for having shown such support. Ooh, I got it out. Cool. That's it for me. I think we're gonna head out.
Love you, Rockham.
No, you're fine. And we'll be.
Is that what you say to
That's
your
also
wife?
my
you're
response
fine.
when anyone says
Oh,
thank you.
actually-
your wife's like, I love you,
you
Rockham.
can-
No, you're fine.
There's
Don't worry
one-
about that.
there's one more
None of
thing
that
I'll say.
noise.
So normally tonight I'd have Quark Calamity episode 4 to finish it out and kill out everybody. It is my 15-year wedding anniversary, so we are
my gosh.
not doing
Oh.
that. We're taking the time off. I'll be spending time with my better half, much better half.
Pretty
15
flaky,
years.
Rackham. Pretty
I know.
flaky.
Imagine.
Can really tell where his priorities lie.
Yeah, terrible.
right?
Yeah, with his
So
wife.
With the love of his life.
yeah, so we're gonna
What? Yeah.
we're
What
gonna
a
push
chump.
back. We're gonna push back on that, and we will be back either next week or maybe even the week after that. We'll figure it out. But Quark Calamity will make its comeback. Okay, with that, let's rid out of here. Lyrical's on. We love Lyrical, and we will see you guys later. Zach, you want to do the thing?
Bye.
Goodbye forever.
That's it. Just goodbye forever. Wow. Okay. Well, goodbye forever then, chat. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Gaslight, gatekeep, Gustav.
Gustav, yeah.
Yeah.